Yo, welcome back to Crazy Boat TV. Big up to all of you guys in the building already. Thank you, thank you. Hope all you guys are doing well. Hope everybody had a good weekend. New week is upon us. Let's make sure that we keep it the same. Feel good. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Big up to all of you guys. You know the deal. Please share, subscribe, and like. Let's get these subs up, man. The subs have been staying the same place for a very long time. Let's get the subs up. People from X, Twitch, come over to YouTube, subscribe. When you're done, go to Twitch, subscribe over there. I think we got 2 people over there. So help us out. Help us out. And get the likes up today. You guys know the deal. It has nothing to do with me. It's all about you guys. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. Come on through. Have your say. I'm do my best not to speak. Do my best not to speak as much. I know the City and Spurs game just got spicy, so could come up here. We could chop it up. Yes, yes, yes. Big up to all of you guys. Thank you for being in the building. Hit the like button. Let's put that link in the chat. I think it's in there. Let me pin this. There you go. Hit that like button. Hit that like button as you come in. Hope all you guys doing well. Yes, 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 yes. Come on in. Come on in. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Great week, Liverpool. Finally got a win in 2026. We finally got a win in 2026. It was a very well played match. I believe Liverpool played very, very well. Big up to the squad. You know, it was a very emotional game. A lot of people had forgotten, but it was quite a bit of emotional game because of Ibu. You know, Ibu dad passed a couple weeks ago, I believe, and it's been rough on him. And you could see the happiness that his teammate had for him when he scored the goal. And I think that is probably one of the reasons why he was crying. Big up to Paul. How you doing, sir?
All right, how you doing, mate?
No, I'm good. All well, man. Thank you for coming through. How's your weekend, brother?
Not bad. How's yours?
All is well, man.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Good win. Added with icing by
Yes.
the actual victory. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, they play well. I mean, of course, if I want to nitpick, there are a few things that I don't like. Some things that it seems like we haven't figured it out
We're
yet.
still giving up chances.
Yes.
We're still giving up chances.
And the first 20 minutes, we tend to let teams. I don't know if that's the plan of absorbing whatever a team has and then kind of like figure them out or whatever. Because we did the same thing at Arsenal. We did the same thing at Marseille. I think Inter, we did the same thing, but we tend to grow into the game. And their goal was not bad. I mean, midfield was not properly organized.
It missed Curtis in that midfield, man.
Yeah.
And I don't like the rumors they're trying that the rumors are going to sell him or whatever. I mean,
sell who? Curtis Jones. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. It was quite.
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that's I don't think that's viable. I don't think he will get sold. But
nah. I think it was. I think it was Inter who. No, and we know Spurs were interested. Yeah. But I don't think Liverpool wants to sell him. And I think a lot of people are making a big deal because it's his contract has not been renewed. So everybody is kind of making a a whole
I think Jones is waiting to the end of the season, I think, until the to see what happens with the coach situation. Personally.
Right. Yeah. So I'm people, Liverpool fans, we get too emotional sometimes. So a big club like Liverpool fans, we shouldn't be acting like that. Everybody got his feelings and Like, bro, chillax. And this is the part where I don't know if you heard me say this. We did the same thing with the Salah, Virgil, and Trent
Yes.
contract, and we got
Yeah.
all up in arms, and the owners and FSG, and they don't know what they're doing. Blah blah blah. 12 months later, we want all of them sold. You know what I mean? The same people who are talking about Curtis are the same people who wanted him sold at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So I don't get all this up and up. Right now, maybe it's time for us to, yes, we have an opinion. We can voice it, but let the grown people do their job. You know, we got a more bigger.
But the problem with that is the problem with that is, do you actually trust them with their job properly? That's why fans are up in arms, because they don't have confidence in the people who did their job correctly.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
have they? I mean, yes, this year the manager is not doing well, but since Edwards and Hughes came on, we won the league. We spend money.
Mm-hmm.
We are on up and up.
I'm not a big fan of those two individuals personally.
Mm-hmm.
Hughes wasn't there when we won the title, so
they were both there.
Yeah.
They brought the manager in. They brought the manager in. They didn't spend money back then, but we could say that, yeah, it was club players, but somebody had to lead them. So you have to give credit where credit is due. But right now, yes, we see the frustration because of what is going on right now. And it's mismanagement from the manager's part. Right? It's a mismanagement from the manager's part. Yeah. I think he got he was too, what's the word? He was feeling himself a little bit too early than actually doing something this year.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't take it seriously. He thought he was just going to take off because he spent 450 million and he bought better. Yes. I mean, the players he's bought, everybody is a better option than that we had before.
I'm not too sure about the fullbacks.
No, I mean, the fullbacks, you can't say Kirkers is better than Simicas.
Frimpong, he's probably better. He's probably better than Simicas, but he's not better than. I don't think he's that much better than Robinson.
No, Robinson. See, this is the thing with Robinson. Robinson at one point was one of the best in the world. It's just Father Time has caught up to him.
He's nowhere near as good as Robertson.
Yeah, he's young, but that's age. So, yeah, he needs a lot of improvement.
And you can argue that Frimpong's not an improvement on Trent going forward.
I mean, Trent, his passes was second to none. Frimpong ain't got that. I don't care what anybody says. But what Frimpong does, it gives you defensive structure.
And both him and Trent are bad defensively, so they're not much different. So we haven't improved there really. So I'm just saying that I wouldn't say they're improvements. I would say Wirtz and Ekitike is definitely the two best signings we've made out of the 4 signings we've made. And
but then remember how long it took for Wirtz too.
Yeah.
It took time.
I think we wasted too much time in trying to sign Isak and not spending time signing Gahey. If they spent time on signing Gahey, we wouldn't be in the position we are now and have him playing at City, even though he scored no goal for City today.
But this is the thing with the Gahey situation. Liverpool was dealing with a bunch. No, not Gahey. Yeah, Gahey and Isak. Liverpool were dealing with a bunch of amateurs. Have you ever negotiated with a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing?
Yeah. Like I said, that goes back to the recruitment. I don't think Hughes is.
No, we recruited the right people. The people they were negotiating with.
I disagree. I fundamentally disagree.
Okay, so what do you think Liverpool should have done with Isak? They can force Newcastle to sell.
No. I think, like I said, I think we should have dealt with the centre-back situation first, then moved on to Isak if we were interested in getting him, right?
Right, but the thing is, they wanted both of them. They gave them the money. You still have to negotiate. You can't just go around giving people whatever they want, because remember, this is the part where fans think that you should just spend the money. It doesn't work like that, because if you give Crystal Palace whatever they want, and next year you want another player, what do you think the other selling club is doing? Then you become like City and you just spend the money. You have to.
That shows a lack of negotiating acumen. My personal view, you know.
But if I don't care how good.
There's a lot of recruitment teams can do their job quickly and still get the same
How?
and still get a
Unless
decent
you
price. I can name about 5 director of football and will do a better job than Richard Hughes.
Who?
Yeah, easily.
Who? Because if you listen to,
I can name.
Tell me who. Who?
Campos.
Campos from where?
Campos, the PSG.
Campos from PSG. Who overspent? Go ahead.
He doesn't overspend, actually.
Yes, he overspent. All the players they bought was over 80 million.
He doesn't underspend in terms of quality.
No, but at the end of the day, is you buy. If I come to you and I say I want to buy your shirt, and you said this shirt is worth 50 million, and you don't budge, what kind of negotiation you doing? The selling club, it has the power. I don't care what you say. The selling club has the power. So the buying club, you agree with it or you don't agree with it.
Yeah, so if you're saying that, so why didn't you get the Isak? Why was the Isak done quicker?
Because Newcastle didn't want to sell. Sooner? I'm telling you, you're not listening. No, they did not want to sell. If Newcastle say I don't want to sell, I don't care if you give me 400 million. I'm not selling. Yeah. What can you do? You put Newcastle in a chokehold till they pass out, then you take Isak and run away with? No, it doesn't work like that. People don't show. This is not a departmental store and the price is on and you pick it up and you go to the front of the line and then you pay it. You have to agree with the selling club. If the selling club says I'm not selling, you have no negotiating tactics. I don't care. You could be the best salesman on the planet. You are not selling.
How do you get in there?
Say what?
Because the player actually took, put down tools, didn't he? He laid down
the player. Okay.
Yeah.
Even if the player's under contract, I'm not selling. You're not going anywhere. What are you going to do?
So how do we get them then? Come on, how
do we get it? Because eventually they realized that the player, they came to the mindset that they were losing because they didn't have money. See, this is the thing that people didn't listen. People need to pay attention. Football is not just like what the reporters and everybody think as simplistic as it is. Newcastle is the richest club.
I don't think we needed to buy Isak in the first place, personally.
Now, if you say that's a very fair debate. That is a very, very fair debate, right? If you say we don't need him.
Waste time buying him the first. I don't think we need him now.
Even if you say that, that's fair. But guess what? When Ekitike got injured, everybody was saying something different. See, this is the part where Liverpool fans, we are very notorious for this. When one player is doing well, we want to trash the other one. Ekitike got injured. Ekitike at one point was not scoring goals for about 10 games, and everybody started turning on him. We have a tendency of being cold and hot.
Then get a cheap alternative.
And the same fans will come up and say, "Oh, why are you getting a cheap player?" Then when you do it, then if you don't.
You can get another 4 years out of him. Look, I would have got Mateta instead of Isak, personally.
I like Mateta. If we didn't get Isak and we go for Mateta, I would have taken him.
No, I think he's just as good a finisher as
somebody said, what's his name? Discipline P3P said, Kwesi, you wrong. Gehi opportunity was very rare and worth the extra couple millions. Well, right now, somebody is also telling me that Gehi is getting run through by Spurs. Brother, this is business. I don't care how great, how fair or whatever you think it is. If the buying and the selling club don't agree, it won't work.
We all know that, mate. We all know that at the end of the day.
So at the end of the day, trust me, Liverpool went to war for, what's his name? Virgil, right? So they felt like he was worth everything. And they paid the extra 25 million. Liverpool didn't think that he was a Virgil. So they were like, no, the extra million is not worth it. Guess what?
My problem with Hughes is that he's not equipped to work at a big club like Liverpool. And I've always said
how? I don't get, what does that even mean?
What the fuck it means?
What does that even mean? You know where Edwards came from? You know where Mike Edwards came from?
Bournemouth and Liverpool are two different statues.
No.
of football
I'm
clubs.
asking you a question.
Yes,
Do you
it
know
is.
where Michael Edwards came from?
Not
Michael
necessarily.
Edwards
No, 'cause
didn't
I'm not
come
that
from Real
interested in
Madrid,
Michael Edwards.
Barcelona, or Bayern
I'm not a
Munich.
fan of him
Michael
either.
Edwards was in the basement of Spurs.
Yep.
So this thing of somebody came from a big club, you just told me you need somebody who knows how to negotiate.
Do you know
Big
where
up,
Michael
K-Mac.
Edwards? Do you know where Michael Edwards originally came from?
Tell him, Mike.
Go on.
Portsmouth. He worked for Harry Redknapp.
And they got relegated.
He worked for Harry Redknapp with Richard Hughes and Eddie Howe.
I thought I'm still not a fan. I'm sorry. I don't think Richard Hughes has the stature to work at our club. I'm sticking with
Well,
that.
everybody else says different.
Yeah.
Everybody says different.
No, I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. That's what I said. This is your opinion. I'm just debating your
One
opinion.
year, won the league.
I wasn't
Exactly.
informed. I wasn't
Exactly.
fucking
One
myself. I
year.
didn't care.
1 year he won the league.
Not bad.
For somebody who came from Bournemouth, for somebody who came from
The
Bournemouth.
league was rubbish. The league was actually rubbish. City were in the
Oh, now the league is rubbish. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Is it rubbish like right now? Is rubbish?
The league was crap.
It's just like better rubbish than like this year?
Every fan will tell you that the league was rubbish.
The league has been rubbish since
The league was
it's funny
crap.
how when Liverpool win the league, it's rubbish.
The league was
The league was rubbish when Klopp won it.
Sorry,
We were the best.
Go ahead,
K-Mac.
K-Mac.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry, we
We
were.
were the best at
We always lucky. Wait, we create our own luck.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna continue create our own luck, sorry, K-Mac, we create our own luck. It's not our fault to tell the rest of the league to be trash. You win the league by being consistent.
Taking advantage of it.
It doesn't matter. We didn't tell the league. We did not tell the league to be trash. We did not tell the league to be trash. We, Liverpool, became consistent.
The league to be trash.
That is not our problem. That is the same people that you think are better than us. Why are they trash? Yeah, we had a director of football from Bournemouth and came and won the league. Hey, where Pep Guardiola with all your money? What were you doing?
It had nothing to do with it.
Pep Guardiola with all your money, what were you doing? Chelsea with all your billions, what were you doing? Man U, what were you doing? You let somebody from Bournemouth come in and win the league without spending any money. Do you hear how ridiculous it is? Do you hear how ridiculous it is right now?
He ain't just come in this season. Tell me that Richard Hughes was there.
He came in, won the league. He came in, won the league. It doesn't matter what you say. He has done history. He came in, brought a manager from nowhere. It doesn't matter what you say, Paul.
No, it does matter because he wasn't there when we won the league. He wasn't part of the recruitment structure.
Who?
Right? Richard Hughes wasn't there. It was not there.
Oh my God! When do you think Rich? When do you think he came in? When did he come in? Okay, I'm gonna shut up. K-Mac, take over. Let it. K-Mac, ask him the questions.
He came in before Arnie did. Like he was at Liverpool about 3 months before Arnie came in, and he hired Arnie.
Oh, fuck! I'm sorry. You might be right. I'm sorry.
Like we agreed the contract with Richard Hughes while he was still at Bournemouth, but he had to stay out the rest of his tenure at Bournemouth.
Okay, I'm wrong.
We'd already had the conversations, and he'd already agreed to come to us. And by the way, Richard Hughes, there was a lot of clubs that wanted him. A lot of clubs.
I don't rate him. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. But
I don't think. I don't think George Smack could have signed Wirtz.
I wasn't a fan of him either.
Oh, now you're not a fan of Wirtz?
I would have got those two over the line.
I'm not a fan of him either. We've had some terrible recruitment. We've had some serious.
Oh my God! Guess what? All those people. Guess what they did? Yeah, what was his name? What was the last? Big Phil, Big Carl, whatever his name was. Guess what? All the players he brought in, and the players that, actually, the players that person that you say you are not big fan of is the reason why we won the league. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Endo. So I don't get it. Liverpool fans, we like to blame. We need to stop putting our focus on the wrong things. Go ahead,
George Smack.
George Smack, yeah, Big George. That's what they used to call him, right?
I mean,
I'm
look,
not a fan.
I'm not being funny, mate, but I could buy players with release clauses. I think we'd all be pretty easy on that.
Thank you.
Hey,
We can all do
my
the job.
friend,
We can
you
all
have
do
to
their
sell the
job.
club,
Why
K-Mac.
we're not doing their job? I could do a
K-Mac,
better
you
recruitment
still
job
have
than
to
they
sell
can.
the club, though.
No, I know, but like, come on, like Jurgen Klopp's the manager. Like, yeah, release clause.
We've
Okay,
all
yeah,
got our
Jurgen's the
ideas
manager.
what
Okay,
we
deal.
think a great player is and what we whether they're good enough to play for Liverpool.
Who's though? You're talking like Paul. You making a debate because you're frustrated about something that I don't know about. Every player that does not. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Does anybody on Nottingham Forest deserve to play for Liverpool? Exactly. Your silence telling me no. But they beat the hell out of Liverpool. They beat the head out of Liverpool.
I just named two players that deserve to be in this Liverpool team. Yeah.
Who?
Morello
who?
Morello, the centre back, and Elliot Anderson.
Oh my God! Well, guess what? They beat Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. Just name two players that deserve to play for. Yeah, just name two players.
Two players. The centre back. None of their centre backs can walk into Liverpool. They will probably be on the bench. I won't put any. Because they fit. If they fit, yes, but they're not playing for Liverpool.
Elliot Anderson is. He will walk into our team, no problem.
There's no walking nowhere.
Elliot Anderson.
Elliot Anderson will walk into our team, no problem.
Okay, that's you guys' choice. I'm sorry, Liverpool. Yes, we're not playing well, and it has to do with a lot of things that are going on. There's a lot of things that was going on.
I'd have Elliot Anderson ahead of McAllister.
Walk into our team, no problem as well.
You take him over who? McAllister?
Maybe not as a first choice, but he'd be one of our four centre backs.
No, anybody can be part of our centre backs. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about players who are coming in to make us better, and you're not mentioning anybody.
I've mentioned Morello. I think he will make us a lot better.
I don't see that. If I'm looking for players, I'm
saying Morello will make us better.
I don't think so. Well, go ahead, K-Mac. You were saying something.
Sorry, I'm just watching the Spurs game at the same time. It's crazy.
I just see the line here. So, Liverpool are not expected to proceed with the Charo Gertrudo signing.
The deal is not viable after being offered the chance to sign the defender. They just want him on loan.
Yeah, that's all.
They just want him on loan. So the thing is, I don't know if he can come on loan because a player cannot go into two separate loans in one season. So I don't know. That deal was very weird to me. I think that's a deal to shut the manager up. Because Frimpong is not gone. It's not what he'll be back in a week or 10 days. That is very weird.
I think that deal is all down to being able to for Sunderland to agree it.
Yeah, replacement.
Also for Sunderland to get a replacement as well.
Yeah. I mean, this one is unfortunate because it's based on the right backs getting injured.
Yeah, you stay in a Sunderland.
He stayed?
He's also played for Slot before as well.
Yeah,
I was suspicious about that as
well. I don't want. I'm pretty sure that Hughes is right now is not trying to spend any money on any Slot right now. That tells me a lot.
I don't blame him. He's right. I don't blame him.
Yeah, they are not trying to spend money on him. So that tells me that this guy is gone at any moment. And rightfully so, because you wasted 450 million.
I can't wait for the season then and see him taking his P45 and being driven to the airport and he's gone.
Okay.
I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah. And at first I was like, if he wins a major, I will keep him. Nah. Because next year the same thing will happen again.
He wins the Champions League. I don't care if he wins the Champions League. He's still gone.
He's still gone for me. I changed my mind. I'm shameless. At first I was like, if he wins a major, I would change my mind and keep him here. But right now, I'm not interested in him. Yeah, Man City is the most inconsistent super team I've ever seen.
What's the score now?
It's still 2-2. How you go 2-goal up, Man City?
It's 2-2 now. Right. I thought it was still 2-1, but that close.
Nah. City.
Mark Game's
like
not looking like a good signing there, man.
Nah, that's why somebody was telling you that Gahey, the ball just went straight through him.
I was just going to say I wasn't that keen on Gahey in the first place. Everyone else was, but I wasn't. Yeah.
You know, sometimes look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If City play like this next week, Ekitike is gonna have a ball.
Oh, we got them next week, have we?
Yeah, next Sunday.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Yeah, we got him next week. Look at that! Oh my God, Gahey, the guy almost went through you. Yeah, it's no fun when you have to hit the pressure, huh? Yeah, but yesterday's match, what do you think about the match yesterday, K-Mac?
Brilliant. I thought we were brilliant. I thought we did really well because Newcastle were all over us. Long throws, long free kicks, loads of corners. We obviously went down a goal, which was the usual Liverpool stuff. But we did really well to fight back from that. Thought the midfield played pretty well. I thought Wirtz and Ekitike were just unreal. Like those two are just insane. We talked about this all season, haven't we? It's like the only way you're probably going to get anything out of those two is by literally saying to them, "Look, you just go and play how you want to play. Like there's no shackles. Like you can't put them in a position. You can't say, oh, you need to stay in these zones or you need to do that. That's just not going to work with those two players. So you just need to let them go and ball it. And they did.
Yeah.
Thought Kirkez was really good. I thought Dominic Szoboszlai was unreal. Like he was doing 50, 60-yard diagonals, coming into midfield.
He played very well as a right back.
Played very well. And they had some pace on that side as well. They had what's his name? The one they signed from Notts Forest, who's been a flop.
Oh,
Ilanga.
Yeah,
they had him, and they had Lewis Hall on that side, and Dom dealt with them really well. Gravenberch was doing some mad stuff,
man,
with his turns and his runs.
Press. You can't press that, brother.
Pass for Toffee.
You can't press him.
Not pass the ball. Work on that, and you've got something special there. Work on that, and you've got something special. But we were good. Like Newcastle first half probably deserved to be in the lead, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah,
Ali pulled off some good saves, but typical Newcastle play well and lose against us.
Okay, big up yourself, Ali. Long time no see, brother. Good to see you. I wasn't, for some reason, I even tweeted after 10 minutes. I said Liverpool winning this match. Even though Newcastle were doing it, it was the same thing they did when we went to St. James Park. It was huffing and puffing, right? They were kind of like, it's like a boxer who get hit and it's kind of like a little bit dazed for a couple minutes or even a round or two just to get their bearings back. The goal, our midfield was all over the place. You could hear the manager trying to tell him, calm down and close, I think Virgil was, at one point, he was all over the place. Like, he was playing midfield. He went to the right back. He went to right wing. He was a strike. I'm like, Virgil, you made a mistake against Bournemouth. This is, Newcastle. Calm down and just marshal your team. And then eventually, after the goal, he calmed down, and then look at that, bang, 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 and the goals were coming in. I think the formation was 4-4-2 diamond because he put Gakpo and Ekitike very close to each other.
Yeah,
which I thought it was good because now you have runners, right? Gakpo can run into the space, which will give Kirkers for him to overlap. McAllister didn't have to force himself to go forward. Gravenberg, same thing. Like you said, Szoboszlai was just best player on the squad. But yeah, I feel like the team played very well, very well. What do you think, Paul? Oh, he's on silent. But
by the way, Virtus got 5 man of the matches in 6 games. Nobody's talking about it.
Of course. Why would they talk about it, K-Mac?
Nobody's talking about it. Like, the guy literally walks off the pitch pretty much every game with the little Premier League thing in his hand.
Yeah. No, now everybody is realizing the reason why we spend all that money on him. You know, and the importance of why we should, you know, the manager should have properly managed this thing since the preseason and find a way to build the squad around him. That's why we spent 125 million or 110 million or 12 million on him.
Yeah.
You know, it took him.
Look, at the end of the day, the team's been mismanaged badly. The manager, we know that. Like, we absolutely know that.
Yeah, and that's on the manager.
And that's ultimately probably going to get him the sack. Ultimately, that's probably getting the sack. Like, behind the scenes, like I don't know whether people know this, like whether people have looked into this. But obviously, I know someone who's quite close to a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and he was the one that told me about the transfers that we were getting, which I was right about all of them, pretty much.
Yeah.
Even the Gahey one, but unfortunately,
I mean, the Gahey was done. It's Newcastle. Yeah.
And basically, he's not getting backed. He's requested that we sign 2 players before the window, and we're not getting them. We're not giving him anybody.
Yeah.
He's got to prove that we can put a run of 6 games together.
Yes, that's the thing.
Premier League together before he's got any chance of even looking at having a new contract put in front of him. But a lot of it is down to the fact that we don't want to make it too public that he's not going to be our guy, because then he can do us for unfair dismissal. And we want to just phase him out.
Right.
Like, last 12 months, you're gone. Like, that's how we want to do it.
And I think that whole thing started with the Mo situation. If Mo had kept his mouth shut, I think in January, he would have been gone.
That's what I mean. Incredibly selfish.
He would have been gone. They would have probably given somebody like interim and Alonso, because everybody knew Alonso was also a walking dead man, right?
No, we were never going to do an interim. I'm sorry, we're never going to do an interim. Like, it's just not. It's not something we're ever going to do again.
Yeah, because there's no one out there who's good enough to do the job on an interim basis.
We had to sack a legend. We had to sack a legend. Like, we're never going to do an interim. He's going to be the manager to the end of the season, unless it's really, really bad.
It was bad, K-Mac.
Huh?
It was bad.
No, I know it was bad, but we're still in the Champions League, and we are still in with the Champions League spot in the league, because Chelsea can't do shit. Like, Chelsea can't seem to get. Oh, well, actually, they did win, didn't they, in the end?
They did win,
yeah. But there's teams that are still dropping points.
I was just going to say that our present league position has basically stopped us from actually sacking him now. The fact that
right now, I'm still, as much as I want him gone, I still feel like we will win the Champions League.
I don't think so.
I'm very when it comes to the Champions League, I'm 10 toes in. I'm shameless. The league is gone. He needs to be fired.
Yeah, I would like to win it,
but the Champions League, it's very, very. He says, "Is it how you treat your guests?" Why did I treat my guests? Ahmed, are you there?
That's him. I think he's in now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Anfield Irishman, are you coming on, or you are here throwing sky out here instigating fights? No, I seriously think that with the Champions League, because have you seen the top 8 of the Champions League? 5 of them are from the EPL, including Newcastle. And none of those 5.
No, they're in the playoffs.
No, Newcastle is in number 8. They are not in there.
No, they're not.
No, Newcastle is in the playoff. No, Newcastle's playoff.
They're not in.
No, they're top 8.
I say they're in the playoffs.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Made it.
They never made it.
Liverpool, Arsenal,
Sporting.
So 4 teams. The traditional 4 teams, right?
Yeah.
Sporting, you're in. Sporting made it.
Okay, Sporting. Oh, the last minute Sporting. Yeah, beating Madrid.
Chelsea made it as well.
Yeah, Chelsea. That's Manchester City, Tottenham, and Arsenal.
Yeah, we have 5. We have 6 teams in the Champions League this season. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 5 in the last 16, but and Newcastle in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So next year we still get 5.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So looking at the top 8, and I know last year should tell you that conventional list does not make sense because PSG was basically out, and then all of a sudden they just flip a switch. But looking at the list right now, Arsenal, when it comes to Champions League, Arsenal's not better than Liverpool.
But we can beat them.
You can beat them. Bayern is not as dominant as ever. Yeah, they're dominant in their league, but are they dominant in the Champions League? I don't think so. Arsenal put the foot up on them. So I think Liverpool has a higher chance in winning the Champions League than thinking that we could come back and win the league. That's what I'm saying. Europe is different.
You're stating the obvious there, mate. Win the league.
Yeah. But I like I said, I'm shameless. I think Champions League. Don't be surprised. Now,
I would say we've got a 50-50 chance of winning that. 50-50.
That's a good chance. Better. The way we've been playing.
I would say 50-50. Well, it's 2 games. Come on. 2 games.
And the first and as always, we work hard to come in top 2 every year. And then they give us the toughest team. We are on course to play either Juve, Atletico. Is it Club Rouge?
Yeah.
Yeah, Club Rouge. That's not a bad draw. It's better than PSG. Much better than PSG.
And the crazy thing is, we could play Tottenham in the final.
That would be interesting. That will be interesting.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be an absolute madness that Tottenham get to a Champions League final and they finish 14th in the league again?
Mind you, they got to the UEFA Cup final.
I know.
Yeah.
They're gonna be defending the Champions League title from Championship.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
They're about to get a point here. They're about to get a point.
Man.
They were 2-0 down.
Oh my God. This league, man. Like, what's going on?
Dominic Solanke probably scored the goal of the season. That was unreal.
Didn't they say it was a foul?
It's coming into form now, isn't it? I tell you. I mean, their fan base was saying that we should sell him. And look at him.
Like, Man U went up 2-0, and they got lucky last minute goal from Sesko. Chelsea, West Ham is so useless. They thought that they were done. I'm like, why are you playing with your food?
Isn't it crazy,
I was so frustrated. They could have put Chelsea away in the first half.
Just how close all those games have been.
Didn't.
Like, literally, Chelsea could have lost. You know, Manchester United could have drawn that game. Like, Aston Villa lost. It's 10 men, by the way. Aston Villa
lost at home.
At home.
Una Emery, I had all my money on you. And you are just embarrassing me.
Manchester City could have lost this game, by the way, in the second half. Like, Tottenham have been ridiculous.
I've never seen Manchester City being so inconsistent.
I think they're in stoppage time now as well. They've got 10 minutes added on. The stoppage time.
I have never seen a Pep Guardiola team like this ever.
And you've also got to look at just the rest of the other teams that are in that Champions League. Like you obviously think Real Madrid will probably get there or thereabouts. Like they had to win their game today, like in the 100th minute with a penalty.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of teams that are really playing that well. And
yeah, that's true.
And like how bad we've been, we've got Arsenal's cards marked. We know how to play against Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I have like a conspiracy theory about.
You need to win against Man City at home. Like we need to get one.
No, we have to beat them. This was their chance. This was their chance to beat Spurs, come to Anfield and get beaten so that they can still be in touching distance with Arsenal. Now you're gonna be 9 by the time the next game come in, you 9 points behind Arsenal. Because Liverpool is not losing against City. I will tell you that for free. So long as 2 goals. Wow.
But guys, I have a conspiracy theory about this season, yeah? I think some players are just playing just averagely so they don't get injured for the World Cup.
Oh, I'll tell you one. I'll tell you one in our team right now. Virgil.
Who?
Virgil.
Yeah. He's been very careful. He's good.
Virgil's been very cautious on how he plays. He doesn't want to get injured.
Yeah. And I think I saw a few players who play that way, except for like the ones that are trying to like prove a point and try to like get a space in their country. For someone like Ekitike, he has to keep playing this way. Even if he means he gets injured, he has to keep playing this way to get a chance to get called up. But for the senior players, there's a lot of I'm trying not to get injured. Even with McAllister, you can see this season, he's holding back a lot. He's holding back some tackles. And he's trying to like, I don't want to get injured because it could get dark. It's crazy.
Yeah, because McAllister, people forget. I didn't even know that he had a groin surgery.
Oh yeah, he did. I think that was earlier in the season, yeah?
At the beginning of the summer. That's why everybody was like, this guy is not fit, it's not fit. And he never got fit until... Still not fit because he hasn't put in a consistent good of play. He has played one off game here and there, but he hasn't. But people in the chat, please hit the like button. Please shout out to, I know we just had a new subscriber. I mean, Light04. Thank you so much for subscribing. Big up yourself. Please get the subs up. Get the subs up.
The games is ended 2 each.
What's that?
It's just finished.
Yeah, the game is done. Yeah. People, K-Mac has a channel. Please do go subscribe to his channel. Big up to K-Mac. Big up to Paul. Big up to Ahmed being in the building. So please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah. You know one thing that I saw yesterday that I've never seen? Allison being frustrated. Do you see that when the corner kick came in and what's his name pushed him on the ground and he got up and they had to hold him back? I'm like, hold on, Pastor. Hallelujah. Why are you going to get into a fight? I have never seen Allison frustrated like that.
It's damn bad, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that fool should have gotten a red card.
I mean, I have no idea how Anthony Gordon stayed on again.
Yeah. He should have gotten a second yellow card in the outside tackle to
punch McAllister in the throat. He punched McAllister in the throat and didn't get a booking, and then tried to take out Allison on his goal line.
That one should have been the first yellow card, and then the second one should have been sent off.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I've never seen Allison like that.
I'm sorry. I just don't think the league's Arsenal's. I think there's too much to play for still.
Nah, it's Arsenal's to lose. It is 100% Arsenal's to lose.
No,
that makes a better sense. Yes, for them to lose, but we know them people like to bottle it. So,
in fact, I have a much unpopular opinion. Yeah, at the start of the season, what Arsenal had 100% of the pressure to win this league, not Liverpool.
That's true.
they spent the 200. They had a bit. They increased the size of their squad after spending 250 million pounds. Whereas with Liverpool may have spent 450 million, but let's be real, we sold like basically half our squad players.
Yes.
And most of that 450 million was spent replacing players and players that unfortunately passed away and stuff like that, which was absolutely out of Liverpool's control.
Yeah.
There is no way Liverpool had more pressure to win the league than Arsenal. No chance. Eze's 28. Gyökeres is 28. Reyes in his 30s, I believe. They've got a lot of players who are pretty much in their absolute prime.
Yeah.
The owners will, if they didn't, they had to win the league this year. If they didn't, they're absolutely cooked. Cooked for years to come. So for us, I think having this sort of season is probably, although it could potentially have some long-term implications with regards to like trying to get top 4, attracting players and being in a cycle of, getting mid-table, 6th, 7th. But I think Liverpool are more equipped to go one season without Champions League football than Arsenal are.
That's true.
I would prefer if we didn't go without Champions League football.
For me, if we don't get Champions League football, I don't want Europa. I don't want Conference. I'd rather we finish 9th. Fuck the Europa League.
But Kwasi, you see why I said last week that if we can win 7 games, we're still getting Champions League. Because this season, the league is just bad, honestly. I haven't seen any team that is guaranteed for any spot. Like, we could have ended this week in 4th, if Man U had drawn and Chelsea had lost, or even drawn, would have been 4th. And there would be, 4 or 5 points behind Aston Villa. And we've had a terrible season. I think we've lost 6 matches already. So it's still open. I think if anyone can string 10 straight wins, I think they can still be in and around Arsenal. I don't think it's still crazy.
I think from second to 6th is still up for play. Watching the way City is playing right now.
I mean, everybody's right in the chat, by the way. Everybody's right in the chat. Liverpool have failed miserably this season.
Mate, look at the average age. Look at the difference, though. Look at the average age of Liverpool. We reduced the average age of the squad. Arsenal haven't. They've gone for players in their prime. Look at the age of Gyökeres. Look at the age of Eze. Look at the age of Trossard. Look at the age of Marino.
Yeah.
Rice, Zubimendi, Gabriel.
Yeah, their team is built to win
Trossard,
now.
Real. Look at the age of those guys, and look at the age group that Liverpool bought under 25.
Yes.
But true. Kwasi, this was what we spoke about at the start of the season when we said with the squad Liverpool has, if we win the league this season, we're probably winning it for the next 4 or 5 years. Because a lot has happened to us this season, if we're being honest. A lot has gone on. We've had too many ups and downs, too many injuries. And even before the season started, we had too many players going out and too many new players coming in. And we had 4 or 5 players that were meant to be starters that we just bought this season. So obviously it would take time to integrate them. For Arsenal, I think aside Gyökeres, all the new signings had time to get up to speed. We had other players that could play before the new players get up to speed. We didn't have that. Ekitike had to start immediately. Vert had to start immediately. Kirkes had to start. Frimpong had to start. They all were very important to our first team.
No, they don't.
Can I just go back to Arsenal?
It's absolute nonsense. I'm sorry. It's absolute nonsense. Like the amount of I'm fed up of listening to our fans give this guy a free pass. Arne Slotter's been fucking atrocious this season as a manager, as a man manager, tactically, on and off. He has been garbage. Absolute garbage.
Yes. He is the problem.
Everyone gives him.
I think yesterday.
We sold players. We replaced players. The players we got rid of needed to be got rid of because they weren't good enough.
Oh no, I'm not defending the manager.
Absolute ballers. And the reason why we're doing well this season now, as in
nothing to do with him
scoring goals and getting assists, is because of the players we signed, not because of the shite that Arnie can't manage. Seriously, give your heads a wobble, man. He lost 9 games in 12. He should have been sacked for that.
Yep. Should have sacked after Man U. Remember, I told you guys, he should have been sacked after Man U.
Alexander Isak got a broken leg. Okay.
He should have been sacked after Chelsea.
He got a broken leg. Anyone can get a broken leg. Anyone can get a broken leg. Look, there's a lot of teams that have got more injuries than us. There's a lot of teams that have got more injuries than us. Like Bradley, that's unfortunate. He's a first-team player. Isak, that's a first-team player. Leone's not a first-team player. I'm sorry. He's not a first-team player.
He could have been helping out if the manager had started him early.
He wasn't a first-team player, mate.
Listen,
Gomez is always going to get injured.
The first team.
But this is what I'm saying. K-Mac, this is what I'm saying. Leone should have been getting 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here during the time that we were winning those games, right? Yeah. Waiting till what's his name? I'm not trying to blame the manager, but the manager, because he's mismanaged the players so much, a lot of the players are playing out of character, out of their position, so they overcompensate. Right? When you overcompensate, the likelihood of you getting injured is very high. Ask anybody who has gotten anybody, doesn't have to be professional. When one leg is injured and the other one has to overcompensate for the other one. When the other one is still gets better, you still overcompensate because psychologically you're not fully fit yet. And that's what was happening to Liverpool. So all these injuries, I'm sorry, some of these injuries were, whether it was impact or not, could have been avoided because we were overcompensating, trying to be forcing ourselves to become better. And that is the part of the mismanagement.
At the end of the day, Kwasi, at the end of the day, mate, Arnie Slot had right backs, but he decided to play a fucking centre there. He had Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez was fit all season, never played him once. Canate was having stinker after stinker. Carried on playing.
That's what I said. Leone was good enough to at least get a couple minutes.
Leone could have played. Joe Gomez could have played.
Right.
There's players that could have played. Endo could have played. These guys never got a sniff. And now you sat there going, oh, well, we're going to have to play him now.
Exactly. He's overreacting to his mistakes.
K-Mac, I wasn't defending Arne Slot. I think I've been one of the biggest advocates for him to go out. I'm just saying we've seen some reasons, yes, but I still want him out. And I think after yesterday, I don't think I've ever felt more passion for him to leave this team than yesterday because I saw a glimpse of the future for the kind of players we have. And if we keep a manager that isn't good enough, you're going to have some of these players sniffing to go somewhere else. Because you're not keeping Ekitike and Wirtz in this team for the next 3 years if you don't win anything. I don't think they stay.
I think, look, I think I'm probably going to say what Paul's about to say, but I'll say it before Paul does. Look, we did play well yesterday, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We played Newcastle's reserves. We did. I'm sorry. They had no midfield. And Newcastle basically live off their midfield.
Yeah, we were lucky to face up with Jolinton.
None of their top centre-backs. I'm sorry. They didn't even play their strikers. They didn't play the guy who they spent 70 million quid on and the other guy that they spent 40 million quid on. They didn't even bring their strikers on until
this is what I'm on. This is the part where I'm going to support my club.
We played well, but we did play their reserves.
Yeah, but when we played their first team at their home, we beat them.
Well, because
Baltimore didn't play.
We didn't win that game.
Baltimore didn't play.
Yeah, that's right. They didn't play their main squad because of injury purposes. But I remember a month ago, people were having obituary for Liverpool because Jolinton and Bruno and Donatelli, the gambler, was going to kill us, and Liverpool is going to come out dead. You stole their player from them, so it is war. They had a rallying cry, and we let a 17-year-old beat them.
Because we didn't let a 17-year-old beat them. But okay.
And then never played them again.
Shoot, that's how I'm writing that story. That's how I'm writing that story.
Yeah, go on, Rio. You play your first Premier League game and score the winner, and then we'll just drop you. Like, we'll just play Cody.
Yeah, K-Mac. Like, that's obviously the right thing to do, isn't it? Just in him after scoring a winner away at St. James's. Of course. Absolutely high IQ.
Quasi, I know you said I should stop watching the interviews by Arne Slot.
I told you, but you kept listening. You didn't listen.
You really do.
Yesterday I was listening to him. Yesterday I was, and everyone was trying to praise all the players that did well, and he brought up Gakpo, and he was like, "Oh, he played so well. It was his runs in between that gave all the chances." And I'm like, just dead it. I'm not saying Gakpo is bad, but he's in a really bad form right now, and we could do with other players coming in.
Ahmed, he's a bad player. You can see it.
He's still our player, so I'm not going to call him bad yet. But then he's in a really bad form right now.
He's not a bad player. He's like a team player.
He reminds me of a kid in the schoolyard who's only got one move.
And he's horrible at it.
He tried it again. Did you see he tried it again? Like last chance.
Oh yeah, he did.
He tried to cut inside.
You don't understand how horrible Gakpo is. Like, this guy's horrible.
If Gakpo is horrible, then how bad is Salah then? Because every time yesterday the ball went to Salah, it went dead.
He should have been sold. Oh my days. Gertrude now off. Oh my days. This club is useless.
I knew when they go through.
Quasi, explain yourself.
Sunderland had to agree. Sunderland had to
agree. This is not the club fault.
I was saying that.
Quasi, what's going with
you
your
can't
boy?
force Sunderland. Sunderland don't have this is because of last minute. That's what happened when you do business.
Why are we going for loan players then?
They can't get a replacement.
Because we don't need him. We just doing it because we don't really. Frimpong is coming back, right? They're looking at it like Frimpong's injury is not as bad as they felt for. So give him about 10 days. He's back.
He gets injured again.
Until he gets injured again, yes. You got Szoboszlai. You got Szoboszlai playing there better than the person you were bringing in. Is Gertrude better than Szoboszlai's right back right now?
I mean,
probably not.
Is anyone going to have the conversation about why Frimpong was injured? Because we all know that Arnie was told by the coaching staff not to play Frimpong because he could pull his hamstring, and he still did it. Like,
what's wrong with this guy?
This is the
he is part of the reason why these players, some of them are overcompensating, hence the injuries. Ekitike played 1 full 90 minutes. He was gone for 2 games.
Like we need to ask the question. Like, we were winning 3-1 last night, and he didn't make any subs for another 15 minutes. I'm like, why are you bringing subs on in the 80th minute when we're winning in the 70th minute? Like, the game's dead.
Exactly, and it was a comfortable game. It was too comfortable for you to say you needed them.
Yeah.
Why do we have so many idiots running Liverpool Football Club?
In the box longer than 80 minutes.
I was like, oh, great, here we go. Like, here we go. Yeah. You could have subbed him 10 minutes ago.
This manager, have you noticed, he always used to make substitutions and he used to piss us all off. It's like, why can't we keep the same players on the pitch for 80 minutes? He's never done that. So when he does it now recently, I actually like it because for me, sees out games. We went and lost to Bournemouth. You know what I mean? We don't make subs.
Ramsey. Are we saying that Ramsey cannot take some of the minutes from Frimpong?
No.
That's a no-brainer for me.
Therefore, we shouldn't start.
No, I don't say start him, but I say
no.
Give him minutes because that was the only way he's going to learn.
I want to see you fucking play football, man. You think everyone's fucking shit. I want to see you play ball one day, bro. Come on, man. Fuck me, man. If everyone's shit, what are you, bro? Fucking useless.
He had a failed loan spell at Wigan. If he wasn't good for Wigan, why is he good for Liverpool?
Bro, he wouldn't even be on the subs at the club if he weren't. There's a little bit of goodness in him. He wouldn't even be at the club. Come on, man.
So if he was so good, why did he fail at Wigan? He had a terrible loan spell there. Wigan fans even didn't like him. Why is he good enough for us, but he's not good enough for Wigan? Why is all these fringe players good enough for Liverpool?
Salah was not good at Chelsea.
Let's not use that example. That's a dead example. Dead example. That's a dead
You
example.
can't say that is an example. You give an example.
Chelsea sold him because he wasn't good enough.
He wasn't good enough.
Explain to me that.
So,
go on. Was he
yes,
crap
he
at
was
Roma? Was he
bad at
crap at
Chelsea. He went
Fiorentina?
to Fiorentina and was good. So the guy was bad at Wigan. And what? What are you saying?
Yeah, but Wigan and Chelsea are different. Wigan were in League One and he failed there.
And so haven't we seen a player who has had a terrible season at a smaller team and gone to a bigger team and done well? What are you saying? The guy is a youngster. The guy is a youngster.
He's
went
22, mate.
So he's not young. Are you not the same people who are talking about Vert when he wasn't playing well? Just like who says this JK who said everybody is shit to you when you don't like them. Everybody is shit to you when you don't like them. I've seen you. I mean, talking about Gakpo.
Well, they haven't proved it in big games, so no, they're shit.
I've seen you talking about Gakpo in certain games, and I'm also saying that Gakpo is shit. So what? So the guy is shit, so he can't even have 10 minutes. What are you saying?
Yeah, he shouldn't have 10 minutes. Yeah.
So why is he on the bench then? So why is he on the bench then? You know better. You know better than the coach. Minutes. Sometimes we make some ridiculous comments here, and then we. Oh God.
Until they prove it in a big game, don't tell me about how great these players are.
Didn't Ramsey?
Nobody say he's a kid. He has played one match for us, and he wasn't shit. He has played one match for us, and he wasn't shit.
Well, and how did that go for us? We got knocked out of the Carabao Cup at home.
He wasn't shit. That is the point.
He was our best player.
Exactly. He wasn't shit. That's the point. Sure. The fact that we lost is irrelevant. You don't come and make certain statements like that. We've had matches that Salah has been shit and crap, and we won those games. So what?
And he scored.
Automatically, he's a better player.
Look, the only thing I want to say on that is didn't everybody not rate Andy Robertson when he first came to Liverpool?
Oh, they say he was shit. He was being relegated.
Oh my God!
How is Calvin Ramsey ever going to get a chance if he doesn't get to play?
Exactly. That's the whole thing.
Every time I've seen Calvin Ramsey play for Liverpool, by the way,
he plays well.
Been good.
He's played well.
It's another Tyler Morton situation for me. Every time I've seen Tyler Morton play, I thought,
Kimak, I don't even have a problem. I don't even have a problem. He doesn't have to be a
situation as well.
He doesn't have to end up at Liverpool, but we can at least develop him and sell him. What is this whole thing about? I mean, Chelsea bought a load of youngsters who are not good enough for the main team. They develop them and sell them at least for some money.
Exactly.
Like so Chelsea, if you put a guy sitting there not playing, how does he develop? Sometimes let's look beyond the here and now.
And I mean, the same thing is going on right now. The same thing is going with what's his name? What's his name? Not Chiesa. Rio.
Yeah.
I've been telling people that kid is not
playing Calvin Ramsey instead of Endo as right back. I'm telling you.
And playing who?
Endo is not my right back.
Oh, Endo, yeah, no.
Like I'm playing Calvin Ramsey because Calvin Ramsey's got some legs and he can also play centre back. And
where's Basetic?
That's another problem. There are a whole lot of shitty players who would think they are good enough, but they are playing shit this season and they are still playing. Ramsey is the one that we draw the line. Ramsey is where we draw the line.
And you see something, yeah? If we don't play them, last 2 seasons is the reason why we were able to sell what's his name, Kwanzaa for 40 million. If he didn't get the run of games he got on the club, nobody is buying him for that amount. I don't care if we're buying 10 of their players, they're not buying him for 40 million. So you need to pay these players for people and the scouts to even have a data to use and come for your players. If he plays a few games here and there, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, maybe a Southampton can see him or a Newcastle can see him and go, oh, maybe we like what we see. We'll drop 30.
Because this is the thing, though. This is the thing that Liverpool fans, again, you think that selling and dealing with players is just departmental store. I walk into a store and then I pick this player, no questions asked, whatever the price is. You pick. It's not like that. Right now, football is business.
That goes into it.
Yeah, football is business. You have to wheel and deal, right? Now, yes, Paul, you were right earlier saying you have to have a director who knows how to negotiate proper. You have to negotiate so that he puts your club in a what do you call it?
Like Richard Cheers and Marco Evans. Yeah.
But you have to put your club in a position where the next time you go deal with somebody else, they know they can take one over your eye. You can't just go and buy people just because I have money. Remember QPR? They started buying everybody, whoever wanted to play, and found out that they were all mercenaries, and they all got left. And they got relegated. So this thing, that's what I'm saying. This year, it was poor mismanagement. The manager had no clue in terms of starting from the preseason. He didn't even know what to do. He was just excited. Oh, I got all these players. I'm just going to plug and play, and they're going to be good. He had no plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. His head was, I got Ekitike, I got Isak, I got Verts, Virgil's there, Salah stayed, Alisson is there. We're good to go. He had no plan. You could go, I said this, go back and watch the preseason matches. You'd be like, what's the style? What's the philosophy? What's the plan?
It was not. I didn't enjoy it.
None of the game was enjoyable except one. Except one at Anfield. And maybe that was because we won. I think it was against Athletic Balboa or something. Bilbao. Yeah. But you could tell that this manager was not prepared at all. It's like, yo, what is our game plan here? You know? So, yeah, some of these players, McAllister, I didn't know that he had that severe, groin surgery. Yeah, that Stevie G went through that. That is painful.
Yeah, groins are always like they're annoying. They're one of those annoying injuries. Like
they
if you
don't
get a
go away.
Injury, you keep on getting it a lot.
Yeah, they don't go away. They don't. Yeah, and I'm sorry, it's the manager. Now, should we blame Edwards and Hughes for not setting a perimeter for this manager and say, bro?
Yes, 100%.
That one I agree. I believe after Man U, they should have started getting his P45 ready. And when he went through that bad spell, like K-Mac said, he should have been gone.
They need to go, man. The board need to be sacked immediately. Now, today, this second.
Now. All right, I'm out of here.
Big up, K-Mac. Thank you so much.
Big up, K-Mac.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Big up.
Yeah,
need to go this second.
Now, with these players that we're going for, what's in them? Gertrude. It was a loan to get us by. Now, Jeremy Jacket is for the summer. That one was never going to happen this year. It was just for the summer.
We're not getting him in the summer.
Liverpool has a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. The season is, if they don't win a trophy, yes, I agree that Arsenal was built to win. But Liverpool, you spent 450 million. Bro, you can't have excuses.
This season is embarrassing if we don't get top four.
Arsenal have not won nothing for years. I don't know what all this talk about. Arsenal are shit. Let's be honest here, bro.
But JK, that's the embarrassing bit.
I don't take them serious. I've never taken them serious. I only took them serious under Wenger for a little bit. This guy has won an FA Cup. He spent nearly about $1 billion. And what is all this Arsenal talk, bro? We were top of the Champions League table last season. We finished first, didn't we?
But JK, that's the embarrassing part. We're the ones allowing them to win the league. We're allowing teams like Chelsea and Man United go above us in the table.
Yeah, that part I agree.
That's embarrassing. That is the definition of embarrassing. We love to be embarrassing. That's our motto. Embarrassment FC. Gross negligence FC. That's what we love. We love to embarrass ourselves. And you see things like this happening.
For me, we dig our own grave sometimes, and like that.
Many times. Not sometimes. Many times.
No. We won the league last season. So for me, this is like under Arne Slot, we haven't been great since January. But the thing is, what I've noticed recently is, one, he's not making early subs. Like, he's kept the same team for longer. And two, Endo and Chiesa and Rio have had more game time in the last few weeks than they've had fucking all season. So I think he's slowly recognizing, you know what? I can't do it my way and keeping the same players on the pitch, the same 11 all the time. I've got to give these fringe players a bit of game time. Why? It gives us a bit of extra boost, you know? Endo's played like more in the last week than he has all season. It's mad. And
I need Arsenal to win the league. I need Arsenal to win the league.
Well, I don't want them, but anyway.
Because it exposes our ownership for what they are. Because you can't use the whole Man City. You can't use the whole, we were up against Man City. Remember all those years we accepted losing the title to Man City because, Man City is backed by a government. They always spend a lot of money. We can't keep up with them. So it's like we're up against Pep Guardiola. So it's like, it's understandable. But now, losing the league to Arsenal and then having Man United get top 4 at Liverpool's expense and Chelsea after changing their managers, that's a new level of like, there's no excuse. That's a new level of like.
Well, I mean,
nobody can defend that. That's indefensible. Like, I don't want to hear top Reds defending that at all.
It doesn't have to be that.
Stop top red stuff, man. Don't say that dumb stuff.
That's you can't. Nobody can justify the season.
I don't know if you subscribe to me. I mean, if you subscribe to my channel, if you do, probably what I'm going to say, you won't. You'll probably unsubscribe. But all the same, the whole top Reds, all that stuff is stupid. Just because people support the club differently than you doesn't make them a top Red.
Yeah, that one makes no sense. That's the same thing they told some of us that
trying to alienate and separate yourself from a discussion that you can't handle. If you want to talk, let's have a serious conversation. But
am I wrong?
Don't do the top red stuff, man. That's just that belittles the conversation.
I told you about setting insults. It makes no damn sense.
Actually having a conversation.
I mean, it's not like I'm lying. Am I lying? I'm not lying.
No, you're lying.
It's embarrassing.
No,
it would be an embarrassment to have Chelsea and United have top 4 over Liverpool.
That is true. That is true, but it has nothing to do with fans saying that I'm supporting the club.
Okay, so for all these years, why do we always have to be on the side character and never the main character?
Who said we are the side character?
All these years, we're seeing Man United win titles. We saw Chelsea win titles. We saw all these teams win titles except us. Why do we always have to be the side character?
You listen too much to the rival fans. Way too much. They come up with these buzzwords, but yet these same fans. Listen, these same fans are copying what Liverpool are doing. This is the EPL. It is the most competitive league on the planet. I don't care what people say La Liga has I don't care what technical another club has. Right now, Bayern is the Bundesliga is going down because of what Bayern is doing over there. PSG, of course, right? But this is what you have to understand. Football is not linear. You can't just go buy 100 billion people, and Chelsea have shown you over and over that you can do that, but yet people don't want to listen. Chelsea now are self-snitching because they were cheating under Abramovich when they were winning everything. City cheated.
Yeah,
I don't know why fans think that this whole thing about, we have to do it this way. There's no one way of doing something. Because right now, Christian, if tomorrow there's a report saying that FSG was cheating in the books, you will be coming up here and say, "Oh, we don't need these owners; they are cheaters." You will be getting them out ASAP. I want my club to be run as professionally and as honorably as business can be run.
We run like a mid-table club.
We run a what?
We are run like a mid-table club, and there's nothing financially that makes it
tell me, Christian, in your own words, how we run as a mid-table club and we make more money than everybody else.
Because we're a global brand. It's Liverpool Football Club.
No. You can't be. You saw what a global brand like Liverpool was 10 years ago when Adidas ran away from us. So tell me how we are run like a mid-level club, and everybody, Barcelona looked at how we did business. Madrid did the same thing.
Why.
Christian, Real Madrid, who spends money on nothing, are going for free players.
But look at the wages that they're offering.
Look how it's going against them. Barcelona can buy anybody.
Kwesi, the terrain has changed, has shifted a bit. So, where I sort of would agree with Christian a bit is that the era where we could have cheated, we decided not to cheat, and that is
exactly.
So you wanted us to cheat.
So basically,
I literally want to hear you guys saying that we should have cheated.
Yes.
This is what I'm hearing.
You're basically saying you want to be cheaters.
But you see, when we are counting the number of Premier Leagues that Chelsea have won, City have won, it's something that we say to tickle ourselves as rival fans.
Moral high ground,
115 charges and whatever, but they still won. That's the point. And those were the rules of the time.
Christian and me, just a quick question, yeah? If at the end of Man City's case and Chelsea's case, they end up stripping off some titles of them,
they will not strip.
We should have been hearing a hearing a year ago for Man City.
they will never strip them of the title. And you and I know it. You and I know for a fact that they will never strip them of the title.
They ain't gonna strip them away from those titles.
When Liverpool
they can't just even relegate them, but it doesn't take the titles away from them.
I am so shocked to hear that from you, especially from you, Nee. Liverpool winning the league even in the pandemic. Let me finish. When Liverpool was winning the league, let me finish.
Did not allow me to land, and then you jumped in.
His show. Let him do it.
When Liverpool was winning a league that had nothing to do with us, it took a pandemic to slow us down. The whole world told us that it's an asterisk on it. And you are telling me it's okay for us to cheat, and the rest of the global fan base will say,
you see, that is a point. That is a point.
No. I want to hear that. Go ahead.
Cares about the rival fans?
Well, you care because you care. Eventually, you care because you are listening to them about how properly your club is run.
Okay, go ahead, Kwesi, are Man City more successful than us in the Premier League era?
No, I want to hear your point though.
Are they, or you said they are not more successful than us in the Premier League era?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, they won, but they cheated. So I don't consider them as successful. When you cheat, are we talking about this is Liverpool here? This is the thing that okay, listen.
No, we take the moral high ground as we are Liverpool.
No, it's nothing to do with moral ground.
Morally right gotten us, Kwasi.
For example,
where has it gotten us?
How did Chelsea cheat?
Chelsea banned for making transfers that was illegal.
So that was cheating.
It's not cheating.
How many times
they would have never. Listen.
Tapping up players. VVD, we tap them up.
Oh my God.
Was it Solanke? There was a tapping. So we cannot pick and choose where we decide that okay, this is a line we will not cross, that line we will cross. We tapped up VVD.
Okay. City, if City's thing was so mediocre, they wouldn't have been charged 115 charges. They wouldn't have to go to court twice.
They wouldn't have had
we should have had a resolution a year ago, and we haven't for Man City's charges.
And from football, what are we talking about here?
What are people say cheat? Oh my God! You are talking about successful. This is Liverpool we're talking about. Let me finish real quick. Nee, this is the part where you need to understand where Liverpool is compared to City and Chelsea. Liverpool and Man United, if anything negative come to them, their brand is over. That's why when Suarez situation happened at Liverpool, are you serious? John Terry did the worst thing to Ferdinand's brother. But look at the difference between Liverpool and Suarez did his, and how the media and everybody else talked about it. And you telling me, oh, if we cheated a little bit, Liverpool would have. Are you, bro? There's levels to this. Holding Liverpool accountable.
I disagree with you.
Let me finish. Holding Liverpool accountable for something bad they did, compared to holding Chelsea and City accountable for something bad they do, is totally different. And if you can see that, then I'm sorry. Look at how when Liverpool owners do something, and how fast these rival fan base say, "Oh, you Liverpool fans, look what your owners are doing. Your owners are doing this," and then they turn around and do exactly the same thing Liverpool owners are doing. Arsenal fans. Arsenal.
The times. Why is it okay to not move with the times?
There's no times. Liverpool did not have money when Abraham was here. The reason why Abraham and City won all those trophies was because there was no rules. And Liverpool at the time, owners, was not FSG.
Thank you that you are acknowledging that the era is different now. So I'm saying that in that era, because I use the term cheating, that's why I was trying to tell you guys did not allow me to land, because you had the first thing you did not like, you jumped on or you hopped on.
No, you said because of that era.
The term cheating.
You said if we cheated back then, if we cheated back then, we could have cheated.
Calling them now, yes, because that is what we are calling them now.
Yeah, because they cheated.
It wasn't cheating.
What? Okay, then what if it wasn't cheated?
This is all retrospective name calling.
Yes.
Back then, nobody called them cheaters. So
because
I'm
nobody
saying
knew
that
what they were
we
doing.
could have also spent then to be more successful. Because all these things that we are calling cheating, I'm using the term cheating now because it's what we are calling them now, retrospectively.
Okay.
So that is the point.
What is the biggest? Okay, let's go back. Let's go back so you understand the reason why it's called cheating. It's not tapping a player. Tapping a player, yes, it's some form of cheating, but it's not the bad thing that City and Chelsea have done. If
that's
Chelsea
what I'm
did
saying,
not,
that you cannot draw the line. Because
no.
remember
I'm
when Jurgen
going
Klopp,
back. I'm going.
so
Listen,
I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you another example. I'll let you come.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
remember the time Jurgen Klopp was in the media talking about the day I signed 50 million player.
100
that's
million.
the day. Blah 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 blah. When people were signing 50 million players at that time, and he was complaining, how much do you sign Virgil van Dijk? How much do you buy Alisson, buy VVD?
Okay.
You see the point. So when it does not affect you, it's like you and I, we are Ghanaians, so I can bring this in. Who needs to will imagine this? Or when you don't have money, you say rice. I mean, you can't get full on rice. Buy a bag of rice and see if you not get satisfied. So that is the point. When we thought that we did not have money or we didn't want to spend, for me it was an excuse because we always making profit.
But that's the
for
thing.
me,
So
it was an excuse.
now you definitely see you are definitely talking a whole different conversation, and I guarantee you, 12 men will back me on this. You are not talking about exactly what City and Chelsea did, why it's considered cheating. It has nothing to do about spending money. Manchester United in the Premier League era were the richest club on the planet, and they bought all the best players. That is not considered cheating. I'm talking about exactly what Chelsea has done, where they had to self-snitch because they didn't want investigators to find out. That is called cheating. City was fuffling the books. That is not you tapping a player. That is called cheating.
So
City could let me finish. No, let me finish. City was spending money that they did not have. The same thing is happening to Newcastle now, where Newcastle is the richest club on the planet, but they can't buy players. And if Newcastle find a way to start buying these super players, guess what? Everybody gonna say, show me your books. And then we will find out that they're cheating. That is not you tapping a player while behind their claws back. That is not the same. And that's what I'm talking about, cheating. Abraham was fuffling his books. He was spending money at one point that he wasn't supposed to spend. I'm not talking about FF when FFP started. I'm not talking about before FF. Sorry. I'm not talking about before FFP. Before FFP, you could spend whatever you want. After FFP, that's where the cheating started. Same thing with City, same thing with Chelsea. That's what I'm talking about.
Can I come in?
Go ahead.
Since I don't want us to talk over each other. You made some good points. My counter argument is that anytime there is a rule, a law, people find loopholes to go around the law because they are determined to be successful. And it's the same thing that when they now introduce this new law, Chelsea decided to sign players and give them like 10-year contract and spread the amortization value over the span of the years. So what I am saying is that I'm challenging my club that instead of those days making excuses as to why we were not spending, I'm challenging my club that we should have spent those years because we should have showed ambition. Because spending or overspending or what we will call cheating in context did not start today. And it's not going to end today. Real Madrid are suffering now because there is a new rule in town that is now limiting them. But for how many years, decades, have Real Madrid overspent money that they do not have? Buying players all over the world and being successful. So my problem is that some of these things we used to tell ourselves to feel good by taking the moral high ground. It does not guarantee success. That is my point, Kwesi.
Okay. Your point makes sense, but you're still not talking about the cheating thing. We are not saying they cheated.
If people cheat, and at the end of the day, they do not strip them of the title, do you think cheating will stop?
You're talking about the higher ground, but yet if Liverpool were doing what City is doing, you definitely know that everybody will be coming on our neck, saying all your trophies are asterisks.
But everybody is getting on City's neck.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with us. That's how to do with the lawmakers who needs to come down and take off.
No, but you can't use the same excuse if they are also suffering the same thing, but they are still more successful than us. So you can't say because people come for our neck.
Listen. I'm saying the reason why they are so, you say they're successful more than us. The reason why they are more successful now because they cheated, and I want you to prove me wrong.
In fact, it has not even been what.
Okay, now it does. Okay, go ahead, 12 man. That's exactly what I was expecting. Go ahead, 12 man.
I was just going to add.
It hasn't been proven anyway.
It hasn't been proven, but yet they went to court. Okay, go ahead, 12 man.
I was just going to say that I don't know why we're getting into a conversation of discussing why we are the moral high ground keeps just putting out there and saying that we are supposedly a team that should have cheated along with other teams that have now been found out to have been corrupting the system or corrupting this game that we know that we all love. Like as in, it is reprehensible to think that we would ever want to be a club that cheated. I don't want to be connected to any club that is dishonest, that is trying to do more harm than good to the game. I don't want to be connected to that. If I'm not saying Nee does, or I'm not saying Christian does either, but what I am saying is that if those that do want to be connected to that, then I think that the club of Liverpool is not the club for you. That's how I would put it. Because
bro, we need a heel turn, bro. We need that heel turn.
This is not
Christian, you let him learn, please.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
This is not an organization that tends to try to be mischievous or nefarious with their dealings and trying to bring about what I just put in, for instance, what Chelsea has done and been found to done. And the only reason why it was brought out was because the new owners basically said that you're going to find this out. We found it out, and we're going to self-report on ourselves to tell about how the former owner was illegally making payments to players, to family members, to all these different things, just so that he could have a competitive advantage. Now, I know a lot of us don't support that are listening probably don't support smaller clubs, but it also hurts the game in whole. And that's why I'm speaking on the fact of it's not just about Liverpool cheating or not cheating. It's about the fact that these other clubs are hurting not only us, but the entire game by what they do to the game. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Okay.
Yeah. So
12 man. Do we all agree, or can we at least agree that a lot of the stuff that they did, or some of the stuff that they did, were not criminal but not ethical?
Yeah, but that's not what that's why the 115 charges. Most of it is just fictitious.
In this particular instance, I'm even talking about Chelsea. Especially if I say, okay,
I'll talking about Chelsea or City.
Wait, Nate.
Sorry, in this particular instance, I'm talking about
one quick interjection.
Oh, Chelsea. Okay.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but I think the reason why they self-reported was because some of the things that they did is somewhat illegal. And I'm not a lawyer, but what I can know is that you do have to pay taxes. You have to report your income. You have to report your filings of giving money to people and this and that, right? They're a business. So therefore, them giving payments, hidden payments to players, to family members, that is going unreported, possibly untaxed, is illegal. So it is something that is criminal in a sense. Yeah. So again, I'm not a lawyer, but I am saying that would be, in my interpretation, pretty illegal.
Christian, you have something to say or what?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, remember you guys? I'm sure you guys are wrestling fans, yeah. You guys probably must have watched wrestling back in the 90s, yeah. Remember when Hulk Hogan turned heel? Remember when Hulk Hogan turned heel, and it caused a major shift in the wrestling business. Remember when, and it made people have more attitude, more aggressiveness. We need that. We freaking need that. Because this whole goody two shoes, this whole being moral, holier than thou, it's getting us nowhere.
Christian.
Nowhere.
Christian, first of all,
all the rivals are thinking about.
I don't like you calling me old, okay? I don't like you calling me old.
No offense, man. The 90s and the 2000s. I was born way too late. Like I'm seeing that. I'm jealous of you guys because
I get what you say.
Like we need a shift, bro.
I get that, but
sure,
we are Liverpool fans. We are Liverpool fans, and we are Liverpool.
Wait,
we are already a heel. We are ready to heel.
No, we're not. We were trying. I still think that we need to make this major heel turn, bro.
We did. You saw this summer. We spent 450 million. And you saw the whole football pyramid. The whole football pyramid was against us.
We need more.
Of course, we do need more. I agree with that. We need to do it again. We need more.
Again and again and again and again. We need to do it more.
The owner, Tom Werner, said it. He said we need to act like the big club that we are. He said it. So what you're saying there is, I don't think 12-man, JK, or anybody else who is debating against you disagree. But we have to do it the right way. And the right way, the right way takes long, yes. But guess what? Liverpool did the right way. Now we could spend 700 million and we're still not even in the ring. I dare Arsenal and Man U and everybody else to try to do, even Real Madrid, I dare them to do the same thing right now. We just happen to have the bad manager who screwed it up.
Yeah, and that's a very unfortunate, and the board
exactly. We just happen to have a manager who screwed this whole progress. Because for those who were with me during the summer, I kept using the word. My buzzwords was dominance. That was the whole plan. The whole plan of spending 450
should have seen this, but the board should have been able to see this. Yeah, finish your point.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was done.
But the board should have seen back in October that, you know what, I think it's time to cut our ties with this manager because the longer he stays, things could get worse. Different new problems could arise. And I was goddamn right. I was right.
And who'd you go get?
An interim manager. Anybody, just anybody.
You just said you don't want Steven G. So who's the interim manager that is good enough to hold on till Alonso or Enrique is
Robert Page.
Who?
The Liverpool under-21s manager as interim manager. That's realistic. Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing with the under-21s. They've turned the corner. Since he came since he stepped up as being the under-21s and under-18s Liverpool academy coach.
Christian, that's a different ballgame.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I get what you mean.
I will not disagree with you. I don't disagree with you that we should
that's realistic, though.
So that's realistic. We should try someone new. And you see, over the period, because I've been with you on the same side when it comes to this argument about who do you get. So it's like we are on a ship. The ship is sinking. We are worried about probably there will be crocodiles or sharks in the water, so we are not jumping. So we'll be on the ship and sink and die either way, because we don't know. Maybe there are sharks in the water. How can we think like that?
This is the thing. You know, my point has been made clear that this guy is a walking dead, right? Alonso is available, and they still didn't fire him. That tells me Alonso is not even their first option. And I'm praying to baby Jesus that it's not Nagelsmann. I think it's Enrique. I think it's Enrique. The thing is, they got themselves stuck between a rock and hard place, and they couldn't let this guy go because the guy they want is not available right now. They could have given it to Steven G. Go on vibes. Go vibes. Steven G, that under 21 guy that Christian is talking about, and then just go on vibes.
We're not going to get. We will never get Steven Gerrard. Do you know who Steven Gerrard is connected to?
Go.
Do you know who he's connected to? Then the FSG will never in a million years hire Steven Gerrard as an interim manager or work at Liverpool under FSG. Never.
Why is that?
Wait.
Do you know who he's connected with?
Didn't you just say you followed the under 21s? Wait, hold on. Let me just say something. Didn't you just say?
Do you know who his daughter's married into?
Let me just.
Yeah, they will never do that.
A statement, then you can rebuke what I say. Didn't you just say that you followed the under 21s? If you followed the under 21s, did Steven Gerrard coach the under 21s?
Yeah.
No, Rob, I never said I followed the under 21s, but I'm saying that's as a realistic choice.
My point is
I think Gerard coached one of our junior teams.
FSG would never hire Steven Gerrard, yet they have hired Steven Gerrard.
He coached our junior side.
So
not as first team coach though.
You're trying to convince all of us that we should hire our under 21s coach as our interim coach, but yet you wouldn't hire Steven Gerrard as the coach.
Yes, because of his connections.
Who is the connection? I need to know.
What connection are you talking about?
His daughter is married into a major Irish cartel. The FBI are looking for them.
Okay, that's your allegation. It's
not an allegation.
Allegedly.
It's not alleged. It's not alleged. It's not alleged. It's a fact.
Guy, you're not gonna get me shut down. It's allegedly, man.
Like search up Gerard's daughter.
It's alleged, man. They have not been convicted
until it's proved.
It's not alleged. They've been very known. They're very known in Ireland.
Just because
ask Brian about this.
Just because
Brian even knows about this.
Can I change?
Don't snitch on Brian. Right?
Subject slightly, just so I can just bring out one point.
Oh, people. By the way, before you start, Torment, before you start, just public service announcement. Words coming out of Christian Dawitt's mouth. It's coming from him and him alone. Kwesi Bold TV and his panel does not agree with everything he said. And people in the chat, please hit the like button, please. There's a whole lot of you guys today blessing me with your presence. Please let it count. Please let it count. We should have 100 likes right now. And big up to all the new subscribers. So Liverpool 12 Man has his own channel, as the name says. Please go support my brother. He didn't have to be here, but he's blessing me. I think Anfield Irishman, aka Brian, is in there. Go support him. And earlier we saw our brother K-Mac also, who is also have a channel. So please do go support them. I won't tell you to support them if I don't rock with those people. So please do go support them. But 12 Man, please continue.
I just wanted to change the subject just a little bit, because I just wanted to address something that it was something that was already spoken on about this league and everything else. You know, after watching today and watching Villa drop the ball, watching City drop the ball against teams that they should have beaten.
I have my money on Una Emery for president, man.
Yeah, exactly. I will say that it does bring a little perspective, at least from me, that I believe that the game in the Premier League is definitely harmed or is not as quality as everyone thinks it is, I would say. And I know that might be a controversial statement. My point is this: I'm not saying that the talent's not there. There's incredible talent in the Premier League, but yet in the Premier League, in my opinion, the Premier League tends to play a different style of football than what you see in Europe. I've spoken about this a bunch of times on my channel. JK can back me up on what I'm saying. And it is so interesting because yesterday we actually saw two teams in Newcastle and Liverpool play, and it was somewhat refreshing. It was football. It was, at times it was frustrating in the beginning for us, of course, in that first 30 minutes, but that's because Newcastle was playing their game. But it was more so when the game started to open up, you started to enjoy the fact the football was being played, and it was something enjoyable to see. You don't really get too much of that. We saw a little bit of that in the Spurs game today too. I won't admit that, but for the most part, the game has tended to be in what is now. You can check the statistics. Most times, games where teams will play to slow the tempo down. They will play for corner kicks. They'll play to waste time. They'll play to get long throw-ins and all the likes, to have really chaotic play in the box that doesn't tend to be open play football. And we get to see the differences when we go to Europe. And that's why, if anything, one of the key factors of why maybe this coach does still have a job is because this team is in Europe, and you're actually able to see what this team is capable of with these new components. At least you're actually able to see what this team is capable of. And it is troubling, though, and I will admit, it's very troubling to see what the Premier League, the pathway that they're going down. I'm hoping that we see a nuance, see a rebirth in the Premier League, and that rebirth will be from players like Ekitike, maybe hopefully even Isak when he gets healthy. Players that can open up and allow for us to see beautiful football again, rather than just throw it in the box. Hopefully that someone gets nipped around and pushed around and scored on by
Tolman,
goals.
Let me tell you how shameless I am. I told you that we should fire the manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Liverpool going to win the Champions League.
Oh, already. You're on the box. You're
I have already put $100 on it. My friend Isaac, who's a gooner. Huh?
I will still want him sacked, even if he wins the championship.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm shameless. I remember in the beginning, I say I'm on the dark side until he wins a major, right? And then maybe I'll give him one more. Now, even if he wins it, deuces. Yes, I'm campaigning. Liverpool are going to win the Champions League.
Yeah, 12 man. And then to the point exactly. Are we willing to accept that when we won the league last season, the league was equally bad?
Let me before he answered that. Why is it our fault when everybody else is not consistent like Liverpool? Because that's what Arsenal is doing right now.
Me, one team has to be good.
That's the same thing Arsenal is doing right now. Arsenal is the most consistent team. It has nothing to do with the league being poor.
So I'm asking that's why I'm asking. I'm putting a question back to him. Is he willing to accept that last season when we were consistent, the league was poor? If that's the case, then we'll accept as it is and then we'll move on.
But Tolman, real quick.
Okay,
Tolman, real quick. Why the league is poor? And how many?
When we win it.
Champions League this year, Liverpool as a Liverpool. The EPL has all their teams going. 4 of them already qualified. 1 of them is gonna play playoff. Is this league as poor as everybody think it is?
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a quick answer for Lee and it maybe even helps your point. My point is this: I'm not saying that there's not talent in this league. I'm not saying that the teams aren't exceptional. When they get the opportunity to play, you see the difference. It's not just me just saying this too. I've been saying it since the beginning of the season, actually, and this is the reason I've been saying other things about Hurts and the likes. But what I have said is also the fact of I brought it up yesterday. Anthony Gordon did an interview, and in the interview, he spoke about how the Premier League is virtually crap, as in the play, not the players, but the play that they conduct in the Premier League, because it's so conducive to the style that we see that has seen Arsenal become the basic staple. Or the bar that everyone tries to lose my train of thought here, to try to copy. So, but the point is, what I'm trying to say is that when he made his comments in the interview, he basically said that in Europe you're allowed to play. In Europe, you're actually able. I wasn't trying to take him off the panel, but in Europe, you're actually able.
Who did you kick out?
You're actually able to see teams be a little bit more expressive, be able to be more open. And that is, again, that's not me speaking. I can't stand Gordon, by the way, but that's Gordon speaking. Gordon, yes, the Olympic diver that he is, in a sense that is Gordon speaking these facts. And that's why I'm trying to get across that it has nothing to do with this to say that the year that we won last year or this year, it's been a progressive march towards what we're seeing today in football in the Premier League. That's what I'm trying to say. In that teams are starting to emulate the style of football we see from Arsenal, Set Piece FC, more so than not. And that's what I'm trying to get across.
And that's why, Klopp, was it the right time to go? We were frustrated with him, all of us who used to love him. But last year, that was his year to dominate everything. I'm sorry. If Klopp was here last year, I can see us Champions League final.
Year, and even this year.
This year he would have killed. Oh my God! Oh.
Because then you bring the aggression on, bring it on. If you want to play physical, bring it on. But brother, anyway, 12 man to the point. I don't disagree with you. My only issue is that people said a similar thing last season, and when we were winning the league, we were not willing to accept the fact. So that's why I brought the point. It's not like I disagree with you. I agree with you, but I also think that
I'm not trying to start arguing with you. I also think though that our coach was a lot more imaginative with his schemes that he brought into play last year, and I'll say that because none of us really thought that Lucho was going to play center forward for us, for instance, in the Champions League, and then eventually start to play center forward for us even in the league. No one really thought that we were going to play against Manchester City with 2 10s in the sense that we played with Curtis Jones and Damas Sabasli. That was being inventive and being creative to take on teams in a case where we knew that the league was changing and they were adapting, even to take away our open play. They were trying to adapt. That was a coach that was being progressive with his schemes. I don't believe that his schemes have necessarily worked out in our favor this season. And if anything, I think he's become more conservative and more regressive with some of his approaches. And that's been to our detriment. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I also believe that the Premier League has gone through different phases. And this is not the first time we've seen this kind of game. Just I wasn't really widespread. Because we've dealt with Stokes and
you know what? Let's have that conversation because I'm tired of you tacticals, and I watch La Liga, and La Liga has technical abilities and all that BS that we keep hearing about. There's a reason why La Liga was dominant between Messi and Ronaldo years, because they had the most money. Real Madrid and Barcelona, off the rip, they were making 150 million euros just for playing La Liga, and the rest of the league had to fund their own money. The reason why things are getting tough over there, yes, part of mismanagement, part of FFP, part of their own PSR or whatever you call it. But right now, the new TV deal is not Real Madrid and Barcelona taking the most money. They all have to split it up just like the EPL is doing. So their league is getting competitive over there. Hence the reason why Real Madrid has to change the way they do business. They're doing business based on their PR. Right? We can't keep downplaying people how hard this league is out here in the EPL. We have had players like Ibra coming to the league, to EPL, and play well because it suits his style of play. He's a physical player. Mourinho knew how to use him, and he used it perfection. So people think that, oh, look at Ibra came in and he don't. No, you came in at the right time at Man United, where the manager was looking for a striker just like you. You were very physical, and he played to your strength. That's the reason why Ibra went to Barcelona and he failed. Okay, we have seen great players come from outside the other league, and it took them time. Have some of them taken off and hit the road running? Yes, sometimes they are one-hit wonders, but nobody want to talk about that, right? So we move on. The EPL right now, a team like Brentford can spend more money than a team like Monaco in France. And Monaco got money. Or even in Germany. The teams in the EPL don't have to sell anymore. The teams in EPL have recruits, better recruit than some of the top 6 teams.
Yeah, great.
So this league is tough. Yes, it might not be tiki-taka, pass a move, whatever. Pep Guardiola is still here, and look at him this year. And he's supposed to be the GOAT. So sometimes, yes, preference matters. And if your preference is La Liga, don't make it seem like La Liga is better than everyone. La Liga Madrid had 150 million. They could buy anybody. That's why they were hoarding all these best players. Same thing with Barcelona. But then when they had to be run like a business, look how fast Barcelona folded. They're running off their great institution, which is La Maison, right? Hence the reason why they got all these great kids coming out of it. Barcelona with Messi got beat 8-2 in a Champions League game. So I'm sorry. That's why I keep defending EPL. Because it is tough. Now, EPL has something that every other club, every other league don't have. It's exciting. And that one, you have to give it up to Vince from the WWE. Why? Someone's like, what does he got to do with it? Because the EPL copied the style, the business plan of WWE, which is you have to have a baby face, and then you have to have a heel. And that's what Christian was trying to say earlier. He said it's time for us, Liverpool, to also become the heel. And for the longest time, Manchester United was the heel. Arsenal, we know who they are. Chelsea became the heel, and then City became the heel. And then Liverpool became the heel under Klopp. So the excitement of the league is always there. You go to La Liga, at the end of the season, if Atletico Madrid win, it's a shock. Same thing with Bundesliga. Now, Serie A is changing for the better because now it's not always Inter or AC or Juventus. So that part, I'm sorry, I'm going to always defend the EPL on that part. JK, you've been quiet for a while. You there?
Yeah, bro. I was listening to you guys. Yeah. EPL for me is the best. Look how tough it is. All them teams are in the Champions League next phase, bar Newcastle. But they should beat Karabag, 2 legs. Premier League's the hardest league to win. I'd love to see Real Madrid or Barcelona in there for a year to see what they would do. You know? So, but them times, football changes quite a lot. Spain was the place to go. Everyone wants to come to the Premier League. And bless up JR in the chat as well.
Yeah, JK.
I think.
Do we think they are coming because of?
They coming
for the money. Because of exactly?
That's as simple as
exactly.
They come for the money.
You picked the question. You even answered the question before I asked.
Yeah, they're not coming for the weather, and they're not coming for.
They're not coming for the weather or the food, or the breakfast.
For the food and weather. Yeah.
No, the football. So that's the thing.
They're coming for the money. They will sacrifice all that.
The moolah. Yeah.
Yeah. They will sacrifice the weather, the food, and everything. You know what? They could take a plane where they're here. And yes, La Liga also had the weather. You have to give it that. La Liga and France.
12 months.
And,
so
Go ahead,
Nee.
Go on, bro.
Hear me, guys.
Yeah. Are you there? I think La Liga pulled his plug.
Yeah. The English Tourist Board pulled his plug.
Yeah.
Liga cut his line off.
So, of course. So to the point, there was this era that to be a successful team, you had to play against different styles of play.
Yes.
In the Premier League. Those times when you had to play, Portsmouth were playing different, Bolton were playing different, Leeds were playing differently. There are so many teams. Yakubu Aigbeni's team played differently. Like you play different styles, so it made the league more dynamic and more interesting. Then we can chuck in Stoke in there. We can throw in Stoke in there. So the league was very dynamic in those days. But when Guardiola came in and everybody started playing out from the back, that is when the over-copying started. And then every little team wanted to copy the style of play, playing out from the back and blah, blah. And then they think that, okay, the successful team plays that way. So that is the reason why now, Arsenal, they are playing well with this style of play, and now it seems like everybody also wants to copy.
I mean, I don't think... Okay, so I get, your point is correct because it was Pep and Klopp who changed the EPL the last 10 years, right? There's a stat. There's a ESPN did a report on that where the passing went up about close to 10%, and then the pressing also went up about 5 to 7%. Since Klopp and Pep came to the EPL. But the thing is, back then, everybody was on Alex Ferguson, who was the most successful person, and his style of football was some form of counter-attack, right? It wasn't the Jose Mourinho counter-attack. His was a little bit different. He was mostly get you on transition.
A little more open,
Open more, right? So everybody was copying that. But since they didn't have the good players, what did they do? They put one big man or two big men up top and just kick the ball to them. Hence the reason why they kept saying English football was just long balls. Mm-hmm. But there was also a manager who came in by the name of Arsene Wenger, who was playing sexy football, which Klopp and Pep Guardiola were students of. Mm-hmm. The reason is the academy level, those coaches was also very poor. They didn't know how to teach these players how to, like, a player like Joe Cole coming out was ridiculous. Like, we don't know how he came out because those coaches, those under grassroots coaches, didn't know how to deal with players like that. That's where the problem was. Now, because Pep Guardiola, let's use Pep because he is the guy that everybody talks about. A lot of these youth and younger coaches who are coming through the grassroots are doing his style down there. So it's making, the progression more look like everybody now has switched. It's always those grassroots coaches. They are the problem. For instance, basketball. No, not everybody is 6'6", 250-pound pure muscle and dunk like LeBron. So guess what everybody's doing? Shooting up three like Steph Curry because Steph Curry is my height. So at least I have a shot. I know if I work on my jump shot, back in the day, you have to work on your jump shot and your dunking and your rebound. Now, forget all that. Stand behind the arc and shoot three. If you could shoot three, you will make it to the NBA.
I'll let that. Yeah, even centers are shooting threes now.
Centers.
That's different. That's a different era. I know back when I was younger, if my coach saw center shooting a three, he'd be on the bench.
You never play never again.
Yeah. I just wanted to add a quick caveat to what people were saying, though. I think that I agree with everything that you've been saying about Pep and Jurgen, obviously evolving the game and the likes. But I also think that what we've seen with Arteta is that he is a pupil of Pep in that he's definitely a defensive-minded player, defensive-minded coach and the likes. But I think he's gone one step further with it in that he recognizes that there isn't much output being created, offensive output being created from his scheme, from the way that he plays. And but while we're in this era of the set piece, he's taking advantage of it. He's got a very great, a solid defensive core that's able to hold on to a game, and then you throw in, hey, getting a set piece. I've seen Arsenal fans get more excited when they have a corner kick or a set piece.
Man, I'll let you continue. I'm sorry.
That's all I want to say.
Okay, sorry, I'll let you continue. Personally, I've sat down and then watched this whole set piece thing for a long time, and I think there is a lot of chaos and fouling in there that we are allowing, and it is ruining the game further. There's a whole lot fouling and bumping into goalkeepers and blocking goalkeepers, and I think it is ruining the game.
Absolutely.
And it makes me hate this whole set piece thing to the core. I don't have a problem if you take a clean set piece, but everybody's trying to prevent the goalkeeper now. And back then, I'm not that old, but back then we used to protect the goalkeeper. But now people are shoving the goalkeeper, people are bumping into them.
That's what I was telling you.
It happened today. Look, I'm not a City fan, but I think that the goal that they got, or the non-call was poor. The defender basically, put
Solanke kicked
Haaland into a bear hug, and and wouldn't allow for him to
yes.
And yet it wasn't
VAR
called.
says, they held him before the ball was kicked.
Yeah.
And I was like, how? Man bundled him to the floor. He's on the floor. When the ball is kicked, what can he do when he's on the floor?
Exactly. And I will go as far as to say that I think that Arsenal's take the way that Arsenal has gone about their play and the likes. It's not just Arsenal, it's other teams as well. But I think that there will have to be some real changes to the laws, to the rules, to try to compensate for the fact that if this continues, the game is going to continue to deteriorate, I think, in my opinion. And it's going to bring down ratings. It's going to make players or make fans want to go and watch football.
Yeah, superstars will not even be drawn to the league, to be honest.
But this is the thing, though. What's VAR doing? Because at the beginning of this season or last season, where they were cracking down on corner kicks, on set pieces, we got a couple penalties of that because somebody was holding on one of our players. Virgil scored a goal. Carabao final against Chelsea. Virgil scored a goal. They said, what's the name, blocked somebody, so they called it back. And he didn't even hold him. They said he blocked him. So what's VAR doing? Because for the first time, I saw Alisson about to throw hands.
Yeah. He was so angry.
He is a pastor. He is a whole pastor. This Virgil, even Virgil was like, "Hey, I'm not even going to touch it."
Yeah, Virgil was running after him.
Hey, I'm not even going to do anything with that.
Yeah, because the guy was not interested in the ball. He just wanted to go and bump into the goalkeeper.
And then he pushed him on the ground.
Yeah.
He took McAllister, the shortest player. The irony is hilarious that Liverpool always have our shortest players defending the tallest person.
The tallest.
And he's the one who went and stopped Alisson because Virgil was like, hey, because what's his name? John Burns is from Netherlands, right? I believe so.
Dan Burns?
Yeah.
He's English.
Oh, he's English?
Yeah, they call him the nationality in the last.
Yeah, when I saw Virgil say, "Hey, I don't want Kwesi to say I'm supporting the other player," so Alisson giving them pause. I was like, "Yo!" And Alisson, it wasn't like he was. I've never seen him
running.
Like that.
Yeah, he was running after the guy. Like somebody stopped him.
Oh, okay. Botman is from Netherlands. Thank you, Honesty. Appreciate you. Big up yourself. I've never seen Alisson like that, and I was usually I like that. I want that, but I was shocked. He's the pastor. He's not supposed to be out of character, people. But yeah, but one thing also, big up.
Man is getting injured.
One thing, and I think maybe he was because of what did Gordon thing happen before. It's not to your phone. When Gordon tackled him, I think maybe it has to do with that. But Ibu, let's go back to Ibu. I started a conversation with Ibu. Trust me, Ibu's situation, hey, I'm a testimony, man, because same thing happened to me last year, towards the end of last year. But Alisson, this is where I love my club. Because these players are emotional right now, right? And you saw the goal. He scored a goal. They are the reason why he was crying. He wanted to move on, but everybody was giving him so much love.
Yeah.
He started tearing up. I'm like, leave him alone. He doesn't want to cry. But then you see Alisson run across the field.
Them to kiss him, yeah.
Kiss him. Man,
started tearing up. Yeah.
Exactly, because Alisson is also
right.
Same thing.
It's a place of sympathy, not empathy. For Alisson. Sympathy in the sense of he knows what it's like. I mean, he did the exact same thing in scoring a goal, on after his father had passed tragically in his life, and he knows what that feeling must feel like. So
it's always my club, man. And as a man of faith, the reason why it's always my club because we are the only club who can deal with this. Fan base, players, managers, because don't forget, during COVID, Jurgen lost his mama.
Yeah,
and he couldn't go to him and Pep lost their parents, and they couldn't go to the. You know what I mean? So yeah, sometimes we need to stop. We need to stop being so hypercritical. And yesterday, and I'm gonna say that I texted my brother Ents because some guy went on his channel and was asking for forgiveness from what's the name? From Ibu. And I was texting Ents on the background. I said, nah, don't let him go so easy. Do not let him off so easy. This is the part where, yes, it's okay to criticize when people are playing bad. You guys have seen how much I criticized Virgil this year. But then when you go overboard, when it becomes personal, then that's when you lost.
Can abuse.
You see what I mean? Now you are out here looking down because, and the funny thing is that person also has gone through the same thing that Ibu is going through right now. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes you become over hypercritical. It's like, what the hell? If it's not about the football, then you shouldn't be talking. And now you look stupid because you said something that you're not supposed to say. You know what I mean? It's okay to criticize. Talk about the football. They're playing poor. We talk about the manager managing them poor. Fine. But when it becomes too much, you know, it's crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, yesterday, big up to Ibu, man. The match was for Ibu. He played very well. A lot of people don't know why he's bald. For the people who don't understand, his culture or his faith, usually when somebody passed from their family, they cut their hair. So that's why he's bald. I was happy to see Isak sitting behind, giving love to Ekitike. You know,
I don't think there's no animosity between the two of them. I think they honestly
see, this is the thing.
I think we the fans sometimes create something that's not there. Like
we want to create it because that's our juices. Yeah, because everybody wants to take a side. Oh, Ekitike is my guy. Ekitike is my guy. Watch everybody run up. Ekitike is him. Da da da. But a couple games ago, when he wasn't scoring, you guys were like, he's not good enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just
you know,
exactly.
People are just
the guys would love to play together. So I don't know why sometimes we just get out and make it all about is this or that. Is that this one or that? They can play together. Ekitike can play off the left. He's technically good enough, pacey enough, and he's not selfish enough to play from the left and also provide support and assist for other players. We all make it look like, it's either him or that guy. It's either this guy or that guy. And
they're making each other better. At the end of the day, guess who wins? Liverpool. I've been telling people Ekitike has been playing out of his skin because that guy sitting behind him is a different beast. He doesn't need too many chances to score goals.
Yeah,
it's like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. One of them, when they go nuclear, nobody can stop him. And the other one, you have to defend him when he gets off the bed because that guy can shoot from there. To me, that's what I'm seeing between Ekitike. And at the end of the day, we both win.
Yeah, we need them both to be firing.
We need them both to be firing. If they both are firing, who's going to stop us?
If anyone's confused, Quasi lives in the Bay Area, so
I'm seeing that somebody's jealous. Somebody's jealous. I see that somebody's jealous. I'm telling you, those guys have given me some of the best basketball times.
I bet.
In the last since the 2013, 2014 when they were playing.
Yeah.
You know? That is as a sports person who loves sports, you could just sit there and just be amazed. I love watching Messi playing as much as I feel like he's not the GOAT. I think Maradona is the GOAT, but I love watching Messi doing things to people. I'm like, brother, the person has grandchildren. Why are you doing that to him? Ronaldo, right? I like talent. Suarez is a despicable human being, but I cannot deny this guy is, brother, he is talented. That's why it's annoying knowing that, hey, you don't have to do certain things you do or certain things you say. But sometimes people like him, they have to act crazy to be that. You know, Mike Tyson was like that. And then when they started helping him with the meds, his animal instinct went away and he was getting beat up. So sometimes I do get it, because when you are an athlete, you are technically a psychopath. Your brain is not like every human being brain. You know, Kobe Bryant, that's the whole Mamba mentality. Like, you are thinking on the levels that we don't even think. You know, Tom Brady, who's the tennis guy?
Federer.
Do you see? That's the part when, as an athlete, people don't even, not even being an athlete, as somebody with special talent, your brain is, bro. It's you have to appreciate that. Even if I don't like you, I have to appreciate your talent. Yeah. I mean, I will talk trash about you because you're not wearing my favorite team. I don't like LeBron. Respect him dearly, because, brother, you can't do what this man has been doing for 20 years. But guess what? Screw him for not playing for Golden State. You know what I mean? Like, the person that I used to study, there's an interview of Stephen G that I used to watch just to build confidence. Stephen G was being interviewed, and towards the end, he was asked, if World Cup final, England needs a goal and there's a penalty, who's taking it? He said, me. This brother did not twitch. His eyelid did not move. Like, he answered it so fast that the guy who was answering the question got choked. He's like, wait, I'm saying it. It's like me. He said, who do you think is going to take it? And I look at that. I lost that video. And I looked at that video. I'm like, that is how a confident. You're supposed to be like this 24/7 to be at that level.
Yeah.
And if anybody have seen it or find it, send it to me. Me, 12 men and JK, I looked at that guy's face and he didn't twitch. Like, the guy asking him the question was the one shaking, like I mean, like, he is even thinking, how dumb of a question are you asking me? Who do you think I'm going to give it to? Are you serious? You know what I mean? So a lot of times, we, the fans, we don't get it. But those guys who are sacrificing their livelihood, everything. Remember, when I'm eating a burger, this guy's in training 2 hours in the morning, in the evening, and sometimes in the afternoon. So that's what I would say. But big up to Ibu, big up to Allison. Yesterday, I was impressed with individual brilliance than more as a team. But one thing that I'll give it to them is they didn't do too much of the sideways and back passes.
Yeah, I think I came in late, so I wanted to comment on that, but I came in late. You realize how we pass the ball quickly forward and we are able to create chances.
Mm-hmm. And before you say it, I'm going to jump ahead of you. Maka has started playing a little better. And yesterday you saw it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, it was interesting. There was someone... I heard that someone was talking about the commentators, and they were saying how the commentators on their end that they were listening to were pointing out the fact that Arne Slot was on the sideline angrily yelling at the team because they weren't listening to his instructions.
I say that earlier. Yeah, he was telling. I remember.
That's interesting.
I'm sorry. It's funny. Yeah. It's funny, but that tells us that these players are done with him.
Yeah.
Towards the last 15 minutes, he was telling them to calm down.
Yeah.
Because earlier somebody came in and said, this ball reminds us more of Jurgen Klopp than Arne Slot.
Yep.
And he was telling them, calm down, hold the ball. And they were not listening, and they kept going at it.
Yep. That's why.
And guess what? We scored 4. That's how you bury teams. You don't bury teams by being too conservative.
Exactly.
Bury them by pressing their net.
What's the name? Yep. Joe Powell is asking, can LFC continue with this run? I mean, I'm not going to jump on we are back. That's a setup.
But is it this run, the same run that we've drawn like forever, like an infinity number of matches?
See, that's why I'm saying we're going to win the Champions League. Our Isak is going to be coming back at the right time. So he's going to be supporting Ekitike, right? Frimpong, if he can go the amount of games he played before he got injured again, tells me he's going to be all right till towards the end of the season.
I'm a bit worried about our injuries. The rate at which you are getting injured.
Yeah, it's overcompensating. That's what happens when you don't play well. You see what I mean? You overcompensate because you are not playing well. So they are overexerting themselves. If they were playing well, I promise you we will not be doing that. And
Endo is playing because of injury, not because he is managing the squad.
Yeah.
And that's where I have a problem with the manager. For him, managing the squad is just getting his favorite players to play.
What's the name? Kamedi said last 2 games. He's making fun of Isak. I'm telling you, last 2 games will be the Champions League semi-finals, last game, and then the Champions League final. The manager has been talking about POV so much. No, because this is the thing, though. Wirtz is getting up to the point exactly where we need to. What? Everybody is so excited about Wirtz. Wirtz is not doing anything special, people. He's just playing the game at the simplest level. He's putting himself in positions that he needs to be at. The game has slowed down.
Because you see the way, and you and I, we spoke about this very early in the season, and I told you about, I'm not worried about him. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that conversation.
I remember.
You see the way Wirtz does not do anything extraordinary, like step overs and needless step overs and whatnot. He just goes ahead and that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He just moved the ball, turn, pass. It's not like overly elaborating. And yet people think that this is not his best. He's nowhere.
No, he's not. That's what I'm saying. He's not even there yet. People are so excited because I think it's more of the goals and assists that people are more excited of than his actual play. Because if you were to take that away from him, it would take people who know the game to actually say, "Oh, Wirtz is actually playing well."
Yeah, because sometimes he makes some passes. And people think he misplaced the ball, but the players could not read. The players are not on the same wavelength.
No, that is what most of my friends who are rivals says. He said your team is useless. You guys are not on his level, even though we have great players. And it took me a while to figure it out. Then later on, when I figured it out, I said, you know what, they're right. It's not like the players we have are not good enough. It's just they are not on his level. His level is the future style of football.
Passes that the players do not see to run onto the ball. So like
exactly. Now I want to talk about something real quick. I'm glad that 12 man is here. Have you guys read? Somebody said there's a passing of the torch just because Wirtz scored yesterday and we won. Oh, Salah has passed the torch. The torch was taken from him, people. He did not know. He did not get the message yet. He did not get the message yet.
It's enough. Let Salah rest. The man has nothing is working for the guy this season. Let's leave it alone.
No, I just tell the truth. People get mad at me when I tell the truth. The
chances that our man is missing now, we should just spare him. Let's just leave him to his misery.
Now, thank you for saying that. I'll let the guy go. Okay, I'll let it go. Right. I'm glad that you say that. But did you watch the Marseille game?
Yeah.
Okay. 12 man, did you watch the Marseille game?
Of course.
Okay. Ahmed.
Yeah.
JK. JK is cooking something.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the face that Gakpo made to Salah when he missed that chance? That's if somebody wants to say, "Hey, the torch has been passed."
We are taking it from you, like, dude.
Exactly.
That's like a coup d'etat, man. We are getting you out of this. We are getting rid of you, man. What are you doing? Like, my God. And then he scores that free kick rather. And I was like, dude.
Bro, and the funny thing is the camera looked at Salah and Salah said, kind of apologize, right? Yeah. And then he went straight to Gakpo and Gakpo was looking at, I'm like, I forgot about it. Zuberi pointed it out. And then guess what Gakpo did? Guess what Gakpo did afterwards? score a simple goal and say, see, this is how you do it. So that's what I'm saying. The torch was never passed. Salah was supposed to do it at the beginning of the season, and he chose not to do it. I'm sorry. It was snatched from him. Go ahead, 12 man.
I was just going to say, look, as someone that does support Gakpo, I mean, like, I can understand Gakpo being like, you know, if he had missed that, he would never heard the end of it. You know, it'd have been he's you know, he's not Liverpool level, he's this, he's that, blah blah blah. Look, Cody's had certainly an up and down season this season. I'd say the same for Mohamed Salah, even more, maybe even more downs than ups in this roller coaster for him. But I still think that the look that Wirtz gave to Salah was more telling to me, in that he understands. You can see that Salah was like not necessarily interested in celebrating with them, really. At least that's the energy vibe I got.
He went to him.
Like, you know, cool. What, you know, it's another assist. It's a record-breaking assist for him. He should be celebrating, you know, massively. But rather than do that, he's just kind of like, oh, whatever, you know. And he had to take Wirtz saying, hey, come on over and celebrate with me, you know, for him to go over and actually give him a hug. I think that was telling to me that, you know, Wirtz understands the fact that that Salah may not be willing to give up the, you know, the throne. There can be many. I'm just wanting to say that there can be many thrones in this world.
Stop trying to be nice. Stop trying to be nice and say exactly what I said, and say it was snatched from him. And even he said, even if you're not gonna give me that torch, look at me. I'm the captain now.
Kwasi, you know, one thing I always like about Van Dijk is whoever he's partnered with, and they have like a good game, he's always trying to like push that partner to the
I said, watch it.
Like it's him. It's like him. When we have a good game defensively, whoever is his partner for that game, he's pushing me forward to the fans. And I give him the credit. He did well. The problem with Salah is we saw it, I think, yesterday when he did that pass back to Wirtz for his goal. That's just what we need Salah for this season. And he's refusing to see that.
To do that more,
we want you to take advantage of the fact that defenders are scared of you. We don't need your finishing. Your presence is all we need. Be there, scare them. When you get the ball, we have 3 or 4 people that can finish. Isak is there. Wirtz is there. Ekitike is there. Pass the ball to them. You can even add Gakpo if you want to, if you're feeling generous. But pass the ball to them. Yesterday, when Salah had that ball, we had like 3 defenders go towards him, and everyone left Wirtz. If he had done that half of this season, we would score maybe 20 more goals than we have right now. Because everyone is scared of Salah and they know what he's about to do, so they cover up.
And the thing
like
is,
you said,
go ahead, please.
No, like you said, he had to make the kids take the touch forcefully from him rather than respectfully from him.
And that's the part where the Salah sexuals don't get. Right? That's what the Salah sexuals don't get. Look at this African showing up at the end.
Like, I don't think we've had a centre back since Van Dijk has been here that has shown any disrespect to Van Dijk. Because Van Dijk respects himself enough to not be that kind of person. But then Salah is always trying to prove, I don't know. And I think
he can't. The thing is, he can't let go. I mean, I know it's a thing, especially for players who are so great. But if you don't learn how to let go, you're gonna fall worse than your rise.
But I think it's just us fans. We're just starting to see it now because it's a problem. But I think it's something we should have noticed since the Mane time, the Mane Firmino times. We were winning games, but there were games we could have scored more if he was a bit willing to share the limelight with people. Yes. share the light. I remember the game where Manny went off and he was really pissed off. We were winning, but Manny was just more of, I was in a better position, just pass. Just pass. You would still get the credit because you did all the run, you did the dribbles, you got in the right position. I'm probably getting a tap in, but pass.
Yeah.
It makes it more comfortable for the team. If you're 4-0 up, the coach can decide to take off 10 players if he has the choice to. If you're 2-0 up, he's almost, I'm not sure if I can take the risk yet.
You see, that's the thing. And that's the power we try to tell the Salah sexuals. When he spoke, it wasn't that we didn't agree. We didn't want him to speak. Because one, you don't have a place to speak. Two, you, Salah, your goal was to usher the new generation. The thing is, with his mind, he didn't know when to let go. He thought he was still the Don Dada. But he forgot that the system was built for him to do that. Trent learning that lesson very quickly over there in the Madristas, huh? But we move on.
Today, I say, let the suffering men rest, please.
You know what I mean? Because there were so many opportunities where Salah could have made verts and take a TK. But this, I don't want to be. If I say this, I'm going to say it anyway. Screw it. When he knew Nunes could not score, he was giving him the ball. But when he knows that somebody else can score, he doesn't want to give them the ball. Yeah, I said it.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it. But
this is the thing. Come on screen. I'm gonna have to come on screen. You couldn't believe it.
I know.
Right? And two, the thing that I'm starting to frustrate, I like the fact that when he came back, he went straight into the team and he was ready to go. So against Marseille, I was like, okay. But one thing I don't like that the manager kept playing 90 minutes. But one thing I'm starting to get concerned about is every time Salah has the ball, it's becoming a black hole. Meaning the ball is when it goes to him,
it loses the ball.
It loses the ball.
You know what? I seen a picture yesterday of Salah with the ball. There was 3 Newcastle players on him, and what Salah does, he's not finding he's not connecting to that rhythm. And what it is, he kept Newcastle busy yesterday. Hall, he was busy all game with Salah, and they had other people around him. So for me, he's not hitting. He's not really running smooth, but at the same time, he's a danger because last season, these defenders know last season he was top dog. He was the highest goal scorer, highest assist maker, and they're not going to let him sort of just forget about him on the pitch. So they're not going to mark him. They've got 2 guys on him all game. So they're keeping 2 guys. He's keeping 2 guys busy in a game all game, Salah, even though he's not hitting smooth. But every game he's played since he's come back, he's done something. He's scored, got an assist, bar the Bournemouth game, I think. Or did he in the Bournemouth game? He wasn't great in the Bournemouth game anyway. But all in all, what we're getting from Salah now, he could still made a lot of noise because before he left, he played that Brighton game, got an assist from a corner, and that sort of watered down everything with that noise that was happening. Thank God, man. We don't need that. We're Liverpool. We don't need no soap opera at Liverpool. So for me, Salah, for what he's done for the club, I just got to respect him. And if you like to play, that doesn't mean you're not like in a big crush on the guy, you know what I'm saying? It's like
that's the point I was making earlier.
They say transfer the hate to somebody else. Why do we always have to pick somebody else?
But Kwasi, that's the point I made earlier of they know how dangerous he is. And I feel like he should take advantage of that.
Thank you.
When the AFCON started, I have had my own. I felt I was being too harsh on Salah, and I decided I'm going to watch every game Egypt is playing. I want to see if we are the problem. Maybe I'm being too harsh on him.
Tell the truth. Testify.
Yeah,
the Lord is watching you.
The AFCON, and then I'm like, this guy is old. His legs aren't there anymore. And if you see most of the goals Egypt scored, there were times when he decided to not be selfish. When he decided, I would use my stardom to get these players off them. I think there was a goal they scored that he assisted. What's his name? Marmoush. Immediately he got the ball, there were like 4 players with him.
Yeah.
He passed the ball and Marmoush was free on goal.
That
Because
is-
everyone is
thank
looking
you.
at Marmoush as he's the less evil. It's the same thing with Liverpool. I think everyone, except for now that people now feel they know how good Ekitike is. Start of the season, I think every time Salah has the ball, Ekitike is almost free because they're looking at him and thinking, yeah, this ass, let him go. Let him do what he thinks he can do. We'll focus on Salah. And like the last person said, he has 2 players on him every match. Which
That
means
is why
they are
that is
down
where
to
that is
Yeah.
where he needs to start passing more, because then
Exactly.
now you are triple threat, because now they okay, I'm worried. He's gonna pass, he's not gonna dribble, he's not gonna shoot, he's gonna pass. Who's
Because
open?
it
You're
means-
stretching the
yes.
team, you're stretching all the teams out. You got 3,
because
4,
it means
like
they are
yesterday,
down to
there were 3, 4 guys on him.
exactly.
I got a picture of
And-
it. Yeah.
And it means every time Salah has the ball, the defenders are down to either 3 defenders if they're playing a back 4 or 2 defenders. If it's 3 defenders, that means he has 1 midfielder on him and 1 defender.
Yeah.
Which means Vert now has 1 less person to worry about. Ekitike has 1 less person to worry about.
Yeah.
If it's 2 defenders, it means Ekitike and Gakpo have 1 person each to worry about. And I feel they are both techy enough to get rid of 1 person.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that, pass the ball fast. You don't need to hold the ball. You don't need to do magic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the years of magic. You can slow down now, Uncle.
Right now, there you go. Pass it on. Let somebody else
Just
take
pass.
that.
That's
Do
it.
the
Yeah,
basics.
that's
Yeah,
what
let
he
somebody
needs to do.
take
And
the
he can
hard
do it.
work.
Look at the crosses he gave yesterday
Exactly.
in the game. He gave some beautiful crosses yesterday. We should have
And that's
scored from a couple of
you know,
crosses he did.
and you know how? Guess what? That's how Messi won the World Cup.
Yeah.
You know, somebody,
He stopped
JR, where are
being
you
the
been?
main guy and became the main guy.
Yeah.
Which was
Somebody
really
tell JR that he needs to come back to earth, because Gakpo is already getting the hate. People want the Gakpo out of this planet, even if he's not playing for Liverpool.
I think we have one problem. I think next season we have to. I don't know who the manager is going to be, but we have to play.
Pops, come on the show, man. Come on the show. Stop hiding.
Bless up, Pops.
We
Big
have
up
to
to
play
Pops.
2 strikers next season. If not, I don't see this thing working. We have to. Ekitike is not sitting on the bench for Isak, and Isak is not sitting on the bench for Ekitike.
No.
So they both have to start. And we'll
I
see
mean, I think
Ekitike is
that
good
one,
as a 9 also.
if he plays the same way he played yesterday, which was a 4-4-2 diamond,
Yeah.
I can see that
Yeah.
both of them will start. But I think Isak right now will be coming from the bench for a while.
I'm
No, I'm
just happy
saying
to
next
see him
season.
play
I'm
again
saying
this
next
season,
season.
Isaac.
Until
Yeah.
next season, then you'll probably start seeing
Yeah.
more of Isak. But that is good, because that put Ekitike in the bracket where he has to be consistent,
Yeah.
and he stays that way, which is good for Liverpool.
Well, it would be fun to watch, honestly. It would
Yeah,
be
but for
fun
me,
to
you know
have
what though?
to-
Like, how come fans of Liverpool moan about Salah? Like, okay, he's not been great, but what he did last season alone, I just can't. I don't understand how we can disrespect the brother. Like, for me, like,
Okay, JK, this is a part where people
like,
don't.
For me, like, he's always been a top player for Liverpool. This season, in his games he's been since he's come back, he's scored, got a couple of assists, but he hasn't been great.
This is the thing, though.
Like, come on, man.
This is what we talk about.
JK, he has been abysmal. He hasn't
He's
been
been
great.
poor. Yesterday he weren't great.
It's an understatement.
He
hasn't been great. It's an overestimation of who he's been this season. He's been abysmal.
Yeah, of
This is the
course,
thing,
bro.
JK.
That's no problem. That's no
JK,
problem. But
we are not
the
at one
level of
point.
disrespect.
Not at one point do everybody ever say what Salah has done and disrespect his pedigree. It's always right now. We're talking about right now that what he's doing is not working. So as great as he is, he needs to change. Right? Like right now, we came with a solution. If he starts to pass more, then that frees him off another defender. Then now, okay,
you still get a lot of GAs if he passes
and you still
more.
get his GAs.
Guess what?
Yeah. The thing of him trying to
if he now passes more, and now people also realize that he's passing more,
Mm-hmm.
he get less people tackling him. Because now if 3 people are coming onto him, they know that, oh, he can also pass. So then now you have one person marking him. Then he can now take on the player. But because everybody knows that you always dribble, you have to double or up on him, triple up on him. And he will always still do the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys do something crazy I want to bring out here?
Hey, Dean, jump in the conversation. You were late, man. We better get out of here. And Pops, come on the show. Stop trying to start a fight. Have I talked about money today? No.
Do you guys know something crazy? Yeah? You know something crazy that we sometimes forget is because of how good Firmino was when he did what he did, people seem to forget he wasn't really a good finisher. His finishing wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as Salah and Mane. But because he became such a different kind of forward, we loved him. Firmino could miss a chance and every Liverpool player would stand up and still clap because we just feel, oh yeah, we don't have to worry about you. And Salah can be that. That's my point. Your legs are gone. You can't run the length of the field anymore. So do the basics, pass. Check for a 1-2. Maybe we'll pick you up again. Who knows? Ekitike is always doing crazy things with his legs. He can probably find you again. Pass the ball and move. We love Salah. I don't think a lot of us that are complaining about him were his biggest fans, and we basically expect a whole lot more from him. We're not saying drop
finally.
No. You're doing too much. You are doing too much now, young fella. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, young fella.
Go ahead.
You're doing too much. Bobby Firmino is not a good finisher. You're doing too much now. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
He's not.
Now you did. No, you did. No. You started by saying he's not a good finisher. Then you continued and said compared to Mane and more.
Salah, yes, because
so at least
he was playing.
At least no. I don't want the clarification. No. We ain't doing that. No.
I needed to clarify.
You want me to come? I hear. You wanted me to come here. I ain't allowing this. JK in here playing too nice with the young fellas. Playing too nice, man.
Get him, Pops.
Ask an Arsenal fan how good Bobby Firmino is. Go on, ask them. Ask them how good he is. We slating our own players, you know. This is crazy.
Yeah, I understand it, bro. How can we slate?
Gosh, man.
I don't understand the philosophy of it. Like, for me, are you going to diss your own family on road? You're not. That's the code of conduct with team brothers. And that's how I see football, man. You can say the guy's not having a great few games or whatever, but these guys treat Salah like he's fucking
collectively, JK, right? Collectively, as a team, our decision making in the final third is abysmal. Abysmal.
Yeah.
Abysmal. Not just one person. Look at how many counter attacks we have. Every stream, Crab says the same thing. I miss the red arrow. Little Crab, forget it. Forget it. It's gone. That's not there anymore. Forget them. This is the new era. We can't do it. So Bozole, Gravenberch, Salah, Gakpo, Verts himself, Ekitike himself. Decision making in the final third is not at the level it should be. And this is not to smash all of them. It's just not at the level it should be at. Because if we were counterattacking with the precision that we should be, we wouldn't be in the situation that we are, grumping and grinding and grousing about where we are, how many points we've lost. Yesterday, we should have scored possibly 6 or 7, much like we should have against Leeds, Sunderland. You can go back through the entire season and see it. Why is it we got a 4-on-3, a 5-on-3, and that pass is the wrong pass? Why did Verts pass there? Verts score. Why did Ekitike do this? Score. Why did Gakpo do that? Pass, score. Why did Salah do that? Pass. There are at least 4 of them yesterday. You can pause and say, look, wrong decision. And it's each of them. It's not just one person. It's not one person.
As well,
systematically as a team, it's not good enough.
The worst. I'll tell you who's the worst. Szoboszlai.
One of the worst.
He's the worst.
He's one of them. He's one of them. He's one of them. Big culprit.
Oh my God.
Big culprit. Big culprit.
Yeah, he can never. I'm like, Szoboszlai, you made everybody run over there and then you lose the ball.
Yeah. No, but it's not just losing. It's where you pass to. Why did you go there instead of here? Verts yesterday had a shot. Verts should have just passed it in the back of the net. And he passed it on. And like, nah, don't pass it there. That's yours. Everyone has opened up to go to cover a man. Salah's on the right and Gakpo's on the left. They have a defender tracking them. You're in the center. Don't pass to anybody. You finish it this time. You finish one.
Do you think we have a Pops or personal opinion? Do you think we have assassin mentality problem?
No. The problem for me is, like I said, is a decision-making thing. Maybe the team is too much of a team. Maybe they like one another too much. You have one, you have one. No, I have one, you have one. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But if you look at it, it isn't. Oh, everyone's passing to the right because that's what it used to be. Oh well, we have to defer to Salah on the right. All right, it's not that because the majority of our players like playing on the left.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But I think that part mentality. He's a bad boy. He's like, give me the ball, I'm gonna fucking score. You know what I mean?
But he likes to give and go as well. He likes a 1-2, which is the 1-2 is something like the easiest way to get through a low block is a 1-2. Bang bang. Give me back. Give me back.
Exactly that. 1-2. Yeah, the way you beat their block. Simple.
Can I just throw in something in there? I don't think yesterday the players played for Klopp. I don't think that for Slot. I don't think that you can see them ignoring all his instructions. He was trying to slow the game down, and they were just. You can see.
Ironically, he was actually asking to speed it up. No, he was actually asking to speed it up, which is ironic.
No, he was asking them to slow it down.
Yeah, towards the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, but not all
what he does then, he invites the opposition to have the last 12 minutes of the game. And that's why we popped up so much in the last 2 months.
But by then we should have finished it already.
Yesterday we didn't do that.
No, I like that because if you notice, his tactics are, well, let's get some goals early and then we calm it down. I guess I understand
we
his perspective because
goals, so I'm happy
let me speak. I get the idea behind it because he's working with a thin squad, right? So he wants to preserve. So if you run, and then you slow it down, if you secure the win or whatever the case may be, and then you control the game. But the problem is because we have a structural issues. We have certain players that are in whatever he's trying to do that are not working, and he doesn't want to admit it. There's a lot of mismatch. There's a lot of confusion amongst the players and where they have to be. You could see a lot of rotations. At some point yesterday, I'm telling you, Kerkers was inverting. He was probably next to Eketika in front, if you notice. It was Gakpo, Kerkers, Eketika, and then Salah. There were four. And then in the mid, there was nobody. And we know when Newcastle play, they overload the midfield. They're overloading the midfield. You could see, luckily, they were not smart enough to understand how to play against us. They
didn't just have the starters, but go on.
Yeah, so I think you can see that as much as I am, we already established that I'm stored out and all that stuff, but it's getting worse because if he keeps winning, there's a chance that he might stay because all he needs to do is Champions League.
Yeah. Dean, what are you smoking? Dean, what are you smoking?
After everything you said, you want him out.
You had to spoil it at the end.
No, because you can see, like if you notice today, they say slot once. No, slot once. They say slot once a season. Why would you want the player if they know he's going to be out of at the end of the season? He wants some certain, because remember they are getting an instruction from him, which means there's something, and we might be out and whatnot. But I think if he delivers what their expectations are, and he's been trying to do that. He's been trying to undercut our expectations a lot. If you notice, he's been saying, no, we won the league here, we did this, we did that, so that we think whatever we did last season is enough.
Yeah,
we should be grateful.
That's very annoying. Yeah.
Tell him to stop talking. It's actually, you stop watching his press conference because that's what I've done.
That's a new instruction.
That's a new thing. I don't watch his press conference. I don't want his quotes. I have friends who purposely annoy me by sending me slots quotes.
But because sometimes it's very disrespectful. Like, how can you talk about Liverpool going out to Atalanta when we have won the Champions League on 6 occasions, and you choose the one time that we went out to Atlanta.
No, he's talking against us
in the Europa.
I mean, I believe that he's purposely he's hearing everything.
Didn't Atalanta win? Didn't Atalanta win the
they beat his team?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like we lost. It's not like we lost to someone that got eliminated later on, or we lost to second place or third place. We lost to the eventual champion of Europa, and a team most notably that beat an undefeated team in Leverkusen in that
final
game.
Yeah.
So I mean, like to say that is so disrespectful and so not providing the right context. That infuriates me.
So you guys are telling me a big club like Liverpool, we have a manager who hates us.
No, bro. You know what we have? We have a manager. He's so adamant of portraying an image because he's on the big stage now, Liverpool.
What he's trying to do is
he wants to lower expectations. I understand what Dean is saying. I agree with what Dean is saying.
What he's trying to tell us,
his life. He's fighting for his life. Come on, guys. He's fighting for his life.
Pops, you know the crazy thing is, when he brought up, I won the league and we have won it 2 in the last 30. He's trying to he's trying to bring us down, say you guys are talking too much. You guys haven't won that much anyway.
He's fighting for his life. He's just saying, just remember something. I won. Remember, I won, guys. That's what he just always said. You want to fire me, but I won. Do you remember that? I won.
Yeah.
Remember, he's trying to remind you of things. Remember, I won. Remember, you were at Atalanta. Look, I won. Atalanta was in the Europa. In the Europa League.
The moment Jose Mourinho decided to go that route, that was the end of his career. So
I was about to say that it was the same thing Mourinho did with Man U when he came out and he said the best Man U can ever do is finish second. Now, don't get me wrong. In the context of it, yes, but not for a club as big as Man U. You don't come out and say that. We know that is true, but you don't come out and say this is the best this team can do because they've won 13 Premier Leagues in like 20 years. At that time, you don't come out.
But he was talking about that. He was talking about that squad, though.
Yeah. But that's what
if you
I'm
put
saying.
You just said that you just said there was no context. But if you look at the context,
but that's
what he was saying contextually. This team isn't going to be good enough, and it isn't something you want to hear. You would have said it as a Liverpool fan. You would have said it. You would have agreed with him.
But like the point I'm making, Pops, is the same thing with Slot right now. You can say we've won 2 leagues in 30 years. Or we've won 2 in 5 years. It depends on how you see it and how you want people to perceive it. Because if I want you to see me as a winner, as a big team, I'm going to tell you I've won the last.
Look what he said. He said this club.
But all he needed to say is he won last year. He didn't need to say anything about before that. He just needs to say, guys, just remember something, guys. I'm the defending champion. Because people are talking about this season as though last season didn't exist.
Yeah,
we are speaking on this season right now without being the defending. We're not going to retain the title, but we're still the champions until the next person lifts the trophy. And people are not speaking to us like we're the champions.
Exactly.
You dead rapper. And I think that's the issue that he has as well as the coach leading. He feels disrespected and he's fighting for his life because everybody wants to get rid of him, so he's fighting for his life. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that's why he's saying it. I don't like it because I'm done with him. I don't listen to it. People keep sending me things and I end up talking about it, but I don't listen. I don't like it. Sorry.
You know what makes it worse for me though? What makes it worse for me? What makes it worse for me is okay, he's here. He knows that his job is on the line. He knows that a lot of supporters are not happy. He's not doing anything to try and win. And at the same time, what he's trying to do, with whatever it is he's trying to implement, he's selling these players. For almost, he's been here for almost, is it one full season? And now he's going to his second season. He still hasn't picked up the weaknesses in all these players and try to work something around them and say, okay, how do I bring in a player that can complement this? How do I, as a coach, that's his job. For instance, Salah. We know Salah. Salah has never been for me. Has never struck me as a good. Yes, he's a momentum dribbler where He sort of uses you and he predicts what you're trying to do, and then he does something. He doesn't do a skill. If you notice, the ball is always moving when he's trying to dribble. But now, if you notice, if he tries to dribble past a left back that knows, because like even when I defend, I was not even a right back, right? I was a DM. Even now I play striker now. I was told to look at the ball. I don't look. You can do your best. I'm looking at the ball and I'm quick in reflex. So as soon as you expose it, before you do anything, I'm taking it away from you. That's what they've been doing. If you notice, to Salah, every time he tries, because he's exposing the ball and he hasn't been able to beat a player in the long term. 1, 2. There are moments where all he has to do is look up. Whatever he's telling him, just pass. And he's hitting. You can't keep doing the same thing. You get a ball, you fail to dribble a player, and then you try to cross. There's nobody in the box. Every single or try to shoot. Where sometimes just use your common sense. And I think it's also on the manager, because he says we watch the tapes, right, all the time. What tapes are they watching? Only fans. What tapes are they watching? Because if you're telling me what we've been doing for the past whatever games. They keep doing the same shit. Look at Gakpo. How many? And now watch somebody, because I think he's been ignoring what people have been saying, and then somebody I think got into his head, and then now I think Gakpo has been told, no, you should try something different. If you notice, he's not cutting in anymore. He's doing this byline thing, and then he's been doing it for the past 2 games. If you're watching, he's been doing
it goes to byline, yes. Bad processing, like.
Exactly, because we're trying to do something and we're not really solving the problem. What the issue is, if you know, okay, I'm playing this opposition. I thought for me, I was catfished. Remember, because I said this, because when I watched the highlights and all these guys is, I don't want to name names. These guys know those YouTubers that like to analyze a manager. They say he's one of his best traits is. He's a good man manager and he likes to play with young players, and he sets up his oppositions based on his team based on oppositions. He hasn't been doing any of that shit. That's
what Pop said. He's fighting for his life. So he's just throwing spaghetti to the wall to see which one sticks. The problem is when something sticks, he doesn't do it again.
Let me just
exactly.
There is something that you said that let me just directly answer your question. I'm not going to talk about all these different players. What I wanted to talk about was the manager, and what I can say is that I have definitely been pro Slot for some time now, but I did fall out of favor with them towards the last season when we had the PSG and that PSG Southampton PSG run. That's when I kind of lost favor with the way, the direction he was going with his man management and substitutions and the likes. And I'm just stating my own bias out there so people understand that. But what I am saying also is that this manager, if he wanted to do his villain arc, which is what he's doing, if he wanted to do his villain arc and kind of be like, like middle finger to the world, I'm going out the way I want to go out, cool. But if he's going to do that, he could have at least said, hey, you know what? We lost to PSG in a team that he lost, because he wants to talk about being exited from certain tournaments. We lost to PSG, the eventual champion of Champions League. We lost to Atalanta, the eventual Europa champions. We didn't lose to bum squads. We lost to the eventual winners of the tournament. So if he said something on that lines and he's saying how we're progressing forward and with my direction, we've won the league and our plans is to win the Champions League this year, I'd be like, cool, I can feel that version of your history that you're trying to put out there. But the fact is, he keeps saying things like, we've only won. That's surprising. Here, a fan base call me out for considering we've won 2. I've won your second Premier League championship in 35 years. Yet he was the same person that stood in the middle of Anfield and told us it's not about 2 in 30 years. It's about 2 in 5.
Get him.
Complete 180 and basically give the fan base the middle finger. I was like, nah, I'm done with that.
But 12, let me ask you a quick question. You said if he's in his villain arc, right? Maybe he's just him. Maybe that's just him. Do you think he's actually playing a part, or do you think that's just how he is? He just doesn't understand and doesn't connect with people in the manner that people want him to.
But no, because I think Dean, just 1 minute. You see the same thing about how you speak. You remember when we were about to play Arsenal and they were interviewing Szoboszlai and they said, how does he feel about playing the champions? And he had to correct them like, we are the champions. They are coming to play the champions, not the other way around. There's a way you phrase something, even if it's bad, it sounds good. I think for a lot of us, unless something crazy happens, we know Arsenal is winning the league. And I know even for the players, they are not stupid enough to say they don't see these things. He knows Arsenal are probably going to win it, but you don't come and disrespect us and say we're playing the champions. Let them win, then you can refer to them as champions. But for now, up until the day they get that title, you have to respect us. And it is what I expect Slot to do when speaking to the media. Remind them that we are still champions. I don't care what you think. I don't care how bad you think we're performing. And that's if you want to go that way, remind them we're still champions. Until the day you lift the league and give another team, you still have to respect me as the manager that won the league last season. And it's as simple as that. If you want to go for a job, go for Arteta. Say he has been trying to win the league for 4 years and I did it in my first season. Don't go against your team. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And also, if you remember, also Szoboszlai saying this, it's still a long way to go, which means anything can happen. Like now, as much as Man City dropped the ball today, it's only 6 points. As now, we've seen that there's a chance that they're not going to win for the next all the games coming. As much as they are brilliant, they've been brilliant, but in big games, if they play a team that wants to really play football, they've been struggling. So the issue, I think what people don't realize, I don't think Slot is a Liverpool type manager or coach. I'm not talking about football, I'm just talking about the whole environment, because he is a successor.
Even personality.
Exactly. That's where I'm going to get it. Yeah, we're coming from the Klopp era, which it's been like one of the most successful eras, I guess, because he's won everything, and the way he's built the whole environment, the way he won the supporters, or even when we look, I don't remember in the Klopp era complaining. If you remember, Kwazi, I was joining your lives, for a while. I never really complained much about, even when we lost to Aston Villa. I was like, okay, I can see why we lost, whatever. It was not that bad. Even remember Nat Phillips and Rhys Williams, remember when they were the CBs that season, the Ozan Kabak. I was like, okay, I understand. I see, I understand it. So the problem with this guy, what he's trying to do is say, I'm here now, so things should go my way. And I think the echo from last season, where people were saying, oh, so, how does it feel like, inheriting a squad like this, and so in his mind, I didn't win. This is Klopp. You see, it's in his mind. If you notice, he was too quick to change everything this season. He was too quick to bring in the new players, even though they needed integration slowly, because the last season team was a little bit stable. As much as they were not really that great, towards the end of the season, but they were stable, right? He didn't want to integrate these guys slowly. And what happens now? There's a lot of injuries because, one, you're changing the system and the old players are confused and the new players still have to integrate and still catch up to your tactics. So it's all over the place. He doesn't want to address one thing at a time. He's trying to everything, like, okay, I'll make sure I convince the supporters to not, don't put much pressure on me, and then the players must follow my rules, whatever it takes, and the owners must respect me because I won the league last season, even though we didn't, So in his mind, I think this is like an ego trip. He is thinking, I have a lot of cards. If you notice the way he speaks, he knows, as much as we can say or assume that his job is on the line, he knows he's got the backing, because he was told his expectations from last season. I don't think they were even to win the league. And he delivered. So he's like, oh, I won you in the league first time. We didn't buy anybody. And you can see he's got something to say. I've got injuries. I've got this. So give me some grace here. So he knows he's got the backing of, from FSG. It's us who are looking at it and say, we don't want this.
I don't think he has the backing of FSG, because he has a lot of injuries and they're not backing him in January. Because and that's what I'm saying. I'm shameless. we are not far off from winning the Champions League. Right? We are not far off from winning the Champions League. They could have done the same thing they did with Diaz, or bring or Gakpo, or bring one or two people in just to support what he has. The thing is, he's lost. Like, the way he's speaking is from somebody who has lost confidence of the whole structure. So they're not even backing him. Right?
I hear that too. Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, but he, with everything that you guys are saying, it's just that he wasn't properly prepared at the beginning of the summer. He did not prepare himself. Whether he was going to get Isak, Ekitike, or whatever, you still need to prepare yourself for the upcoming season, and he wasn't. That's why when you said he's trying to put everybody together, because, brother, you didn't read the menu. You didn't study the menu, and then when it was time to cook, you're trying to put everything in because, oh, this is how you cook rice. Let me just put water and thing together. So that's where he's at right now, and he is. I agree with Pops, and me and Pop argue all the time. He is fighting for his life right now. So when you listen to him in the press conference, and a lot of it is because they're asking him questions, and he's frustrated, and he's answering it with emotion instead of sitting back and say, "We're not playing well. This is a big club, and a big club like Liverpool should be winning all the time. Give us those generic quotes, and I promise you, he will be fine." But he started off at the beginning criticizing Arteta for scoring goals with set pieces, and said it's not statistically possible to continue doing that while you are losing. So why don't you do the same thing then? Why are you inventing the wheel? If something is working, try it. So he should have been doing what needed to do. And then now he put himself in between a hard place and a rock and a hard place, and he's panicking and he's fighting for his life. I believe the players have lost faith. The players have lost faith. The situation with Curtis that I wanted to bring up a little bit earlier, where Curtis and Virgil and the manager are having a shout match. Whether it's true or not, I don't fully believe it, but I think there's something there. Why was Curtis being sold or Curtis being sent on loan? That beats me. But
it's also say that It also say that Jones was keen on the move. Remember, so it means he was willing to leave because
he wanted to go on loan. He didn't want. I don't think he wanted to go on. I don't think if he was keen. Remember, Spurs were the one who first came in. So I'm pretty sure they wanted to buy him, and he said, "No, I don't want to go fully. I want to stay here." So that's why he was. The Inter one was just for the rest of the season. So there could be a situation where he's like, "I'm gonna go. When I come back, Gaffer, you be gone."
You'll be gone. It's the same situation with Mino and what's the name?
Coach has
Manchester United, where he just wanted out because of the manager, not because
12 man. We can't hear you.
Okay, I was just gonna say that the one thing I did want to make sure that people understood too is that this coach has been disrespected. The question, for instance, being asked about Alonso in a press conference, that's disrespectful and immensely. And I will accept that, that there has been people that have taken liberties with, the bald fraud stuff and all that other crap. But let's just judge him as a person and likes. And I will say though that was disrespectful by the reporter to say something like that. Like what kind of question or answer do you expect from a coach?
Where was he from? 12? Which like magazine or TV station or newspaper he was from?
I don't know where he was from off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Because everybody has an agenda too. So
no doubt. I just whether it's I didn't want to, I wasn't going to. I don't know if he was French or not, or if he was English or whatever. But I'm just saying that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that because I think it was a French. I don't want to make it the wrong accusation.
I got you.
Pops, don't you think it's also up to the club press people to tell him, say, listen, these people know you're having a hard time. They ask you these stupid questions. Don't fall for it. Just give them a generic answer. Because every press conference, They asking him these questions that I guess it has to do with this whole Dutch honesty thing. But brother, eventually somebody needs to pull him aside and say, hey, they purposely rallying your cage. They disrespect
you remember the season we lost the league by 1 point. I remember there's an interview they had with Klopp, and they asked him, how does he feel about bottling the league? And I promise you, I've always loved Klopp, but I think that was the day I knew if we lose the league for the next 10 years, I would stand with this man, because his response was simple. He said, Man City had to win the last 17 games in a row to win this league. He would win the league in any era, in any league, if he wins 17 in a row. And it's a point. And that way it takes away the pressure from you making a mistake or anything.
And it's a fact.
Exactly, it's a fact. I don't think there's any league in the world where you go on to win 17 straight matches and you're not winning the league or thereabouts.
But you also got to realize something, right? This is the modern era. The word bottler has now been presented as a term to use in mass media now, not just social media. Because if you look back, you would have never heard anybody ask anybody else who finished second if you've bottled it and all this stupidness, bottling. This is a banter thing that came along with all of this internet nonsense, to be honest.
Saying anything about bottling the league.
I was going to say that.
Liverpool lost the title to Arsenal at Anfield. You think that we bottled it? Come on, man. Many moons ago, the Arsenal fan, will tell you about it. You'll hear Ty speaking about it all the time. Liverpool lost the league to Arsenal at Anfield. Do you think someone will say, well, they bottled it? No. Everyone knew what happened last season. So that's a season where they were, again, it's contextual. So if you bite, and there's the thing, press will do this. If Kwasi is our coach and the press know that he's a hothead, I can get a story because I want clicks and likes. No, it isn't really about a proper news story. It's about engagement that gets people riled up. So you're just looking to get a rise out of somebody when you ask a question. You're not really looking for a genuine response. Most of the questions that are sensible around football don't get the time that the question that someone says, well, how do you feel that Alonso's now lost his job? Or have you bottled this? Or some stupidness that I'll get over and over. You can see that as opposed to someone who said, I noticed that we were playing in a 4-2-4-6 system and they switched to a 3-5-2, but then I saw you counter with a 4-3-3. Can you tell me like what triggered the movement here? Because I saw it. I was at this point. You don't get questions like that because no one really wants to hear that.
They don't want to hear that.
That's not the level of engagement a lot of people want. The activity now is about clicks and moments. Even the mainstream television.
Yeah,
that's what they do is click, like.
Pops, the point I'm trying to make to Pops quickly, JK, is even last season there was a point where the media was asking Arteta, is he giving up the league yet? And he said over his dead body. And then when we won the league, the next match they asked him again, so what do you feel about? They're trying to rage bait you because obviously at the time they asked him the first time when he said over his dead body, mathematically it was still possible for him to win the league. He's never going to come out and tell you, oh, I give up. Even if he knows he's not winning it, he's not coming out to say, I give up. And now he has lost the league. Let the man rest. Why are you still coming back to ask him, oh, so now is he over your dead body? Obviously, what is he supposed to do now? But because they're always trying to rage bait you, trying to get you to say the wrong thing so it becomes the cover of the magazine or the news outlet or whatever it is, they need to say something to make you sound stupid.
And that's the thing.
But Klopp, he knew though. He was very smart about it. He knew how to. What I liked about him. He knew how to address a lot of issues without having to trend next day. He knew how to deal with you. Yeah, he knew. But Slot seems very weird. Like remember when he was asked about Elliot, like we don't have a callback option. Why would you say that? Like why would you even say that? It's easier. It's to a Liverpool player.
At this point, blame the Liverpool press officers for not pulling him aside and say, brother, these people are, because Pop is right. It's all likes and clicks because before media used to be analytics, right? Now they don't do that because they know the traditional media is losing its, je ne sais quoi. and social media is taking over. So people on YouTube, on all those type of social media are the ones, and they speak in 2 seconds because the people's memory, attention is only 2 seconds. So
I thought you were not gonna ask me that question. I'm like, bro, like, he's a journalist. Why would they suck up to you? Like, why would they? You know what I mean? Like, why would they feel it?
A lot of his thing is self-inflicted. He does. I think he's looking at it like these people are ungrateful. I won the league in my first year, and you guys are criticizing me. But
yeah.
That's his mentality, and somebody needs to pull him aside and say, brother, you are at the big club. We don't care if you won it right now. Madrid sucked Ancelotti 3 times. Or was it 2?
Imagine. Look at this. Crystal Palace were playing. Ramsey gets a note, right? He played one of the best, probably the best player. Even if we lost, we lost the game. And then the manager is being asked, okay, what's on your mind? He's like, no, I've got better players ahead of who? Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones. Are you saying they're the better right backs? Even if you know in your mind they are, right? I get it. Why don't you just say something and then privately you can discuss with it. Say, no, I understand at the moment, find something nice to say, because this is where him and Klopp are way different. Because what Klopp will do, even if you don't play for the rest of the season, that one game you play, you play, your heart out, because I'll get a chance. And you do anything, you protect his players. You won't throw you under the bus, even if you throw a stinger after a while. You knew you never, you'd protect his players.
Like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you put his arm around you like this before knowing that I haven't played in a while, but
Didn't we encourage this bad behavior from last season? Because I remember when he dropped Kwanzaa after the first match at halftime, and we all collectively agreed, oh my God, he's a no-nonsense manager. Yes, throw him under the bus. He did rubbish. And now he's doing the same thing, and everyone is like, oh, why are you sounding this way? He showed us glimpses of this last season. It's just that now it's bad, and we're seeing it.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you notice last season, though, he was not really like wiping the floor with the players and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He was criticizing what they did in the game. He was more critical if you make a mistake and all this, and he was light about it. If you notice, even
we needed that. We never seen that in a while.
Yeah, he was like, even with Kwanzaa, remember, he criticized him and then he says something nice after, but then he dropped him.
Yeah.
With Konate, with Konate, he says this is that he's found in a lot of crimes. He was lighter, but I think now his frustration is showing for me. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. There is no reason at the moment for Gakpo to start. I don't see that, because there is no particular reason. And last game, why did he finish 90 minutes? Like, I don't see why. I don't see why at all. Like Rio, remember Rio? I think maybe because I'm thinking maybe for what I would do, and I know you would not do that. I know it's not realistic, right? Rio served us against Newcastle. Remember in the reverse match? He scored the winning. He deserves some minutes. Maybe he would have scored. You know what happens? They always say history always repeats itself. Sometimes you have to think like that and be a human. Like, your Mourinho's, they do that. Like, if you notice, Simeone always starts Llorente against Liverpool because he knows that motherfucker will score against Liverpool, even though he's been throwing stinkers. And this is something that separates like elite managers with your slots, because they understand that football, like football, like Mourinho, football heritage, football heritage. He knows Madrid will throw a stinker throughout the whole Champions League, the group, and the what, but they'll still win it. That's football. And it takes a manager to understand, how do I set up, how do I inflict confidence in the players to understand that we are Madrid, we are Liverpool. Doesn't matter how bad we've been, but so if I'm a player, I'm your Rio, you're telling me that in preseason, even when he was asked about yes,
then we need our captain to also show that. Because when Liverpool fans don't boo people. I don't remember the last time we booed the team.
Or leaving the stadium.
On the stadium. When we booed and he come out and he made his statement, he's also tone deaf.
Yeah. Blaming the wind. Since when Van Dijk, it's like he's been contaminated. So why you blame? He's never blamed Van Dijk. Always, always says
Van Dijk also has been making some unnecessary comments in the media, and he also needs to, at least he should know better.
Yeah. Anyway, because they are brethren. Remember, I think they probably have their home bride, like Gakpo, Van Dijk, and then Slot, like discussing what are we gonna do next game. What are we if they are?
Well, if the rumors are true that Curtis went at Van Dijk for the performance of Bournemouth, and he was almost being sold, then yes, your theory will be true. But people, honestly, I have to leave. Thank you for all of you guys. I appreciate everybody. And finally, Pops decided to show up. It had to take, but I guess Salah is not your guy. It's Bobby Firmino. So I see when people talk mess about Bobby Firmino.
The red arrows are my guys. That's a collective. You don't diss the red arrows ever. Never, ever.
You can't. It's just that right now they are the wrong. Well, one of the red arrow is dimming right now. But big up to all of you guys, people in the chat, please. I need to have at least 50 minimum likes, please, baby.
Like Bonaway. Come on.
So we got
smash
royalty
the like for Kwasi. We can take him to court. Smash the like to get Kwasi in court ends. Get the court ready.
We got royalty in the building. 12 men channel, please. Liverpool 12 men. Go subscribe to him. You have Bajan, the family. Bajan Red TV is in the building. Pops being one of them. Rasta was in the chat earlier. So please go subscribe to them. K-Mac was in the house. Am I missing somebody? Oh, Anfield Irishman was in the chat earlier. And of course, Ant-Man was in the house earlier. Please subscribe to their channels too. And we have Hail More Matthias. I believe he's
Helio, bless him, bro.
Also subscribe to my channel because he's been tracking the whole web to find 12 men, and he did. So big up to yourself, man. Man. Big up to all of you guys, man. I appreciate you guys taking the time to come on the show today. Anybody has something to say before we get out of here, or
everyone booked his 12-man show? He's doing a show.
Kwasi,
12-man has a show next. Yeah. So please, people, go there.
Kwasi, what does dark side mean? Are you on the dark side now, bro? What does it mean?
It's been a while.
Bro.
I wanted to ask what it means.
You just spent a whole hour talking about
Kwasi better speak to his boys. Kwasi needs to speak to his boys. That's what's going on. Kwasi needs to speak to his boys.
Pops,
and he knows what that means. He needs to speak to his boys.
Pops, I had lunch with Edwards yesterday. He know that we're not happy. That's why you don't hear about the contract anymore. I told you, we are on this. A lot of people's Edwards' contract is on the line. Richard Hughes' contract is on the line. It's not just the manager.
Yeah, they all got 18 months together. I am well aware. That's what I'm telling you. You need to speak to your boys.
I told them, we are not signing a new contract. It's not just the manager. We are not signing a new contract if something good does not happen very soon. So trust me, Pops. He knows. The man is on a hot seat because guess what? He's been asked, why did you hire this guy? So it's not all on the manager. He's also on the fire. But please bring me back to the barbershop, man. This dark side is...
bring back Smartke. Is that his name?
Oh,
remember the guy? Bring him back.
No. But big up to all of you guys.
Nice one.
We out of here. Peace.
Bless.